Hello everyone, welcome back to another Tomato Sauce stream. Today primarily is going to be RESHEF of Destruction Part 2, because last Sunday we did start RESHEF of Destruction. We say we started it, we did a lot of grinding beforehand, we have done a lot of grinding off screen again, and we are going to be jumping back into that. For anyone that doesn't know, this is meant to be one of the hardest Yu-Gi-Oh games of all time. But fundamentally, it's just a game that requires a lot of grinding and then a little bit of luck. But it's quite fun. I do quite like the challenge of it. But before we do jump into that, I did want to do a bit of a yap, as we usually do. We're going to talk a little bit about Rush Duel Links, specifically because we're like down a couple of products. Usually by this point in the year, we would have had another product, like either a super mini or a deck build, and we would have had a selection. So we don't have either of those things, which is very interesting. And also a bit of a letdown. Like, I think a lot of us were hoping that the meta would get a shake-up, especially going into Worlds. Because for Worlds, effectively everyone knows Worm is just going to be the best deck. So everyone's going to be a Worm, and then it's going to be how much value do you get off of your Worm pick, right? Which is a bit of a shame. But for the rest of us that are not world-class players, we also just would like the meta to get a bit of a shake-up, because ladder play is a bit iffy at the moment. Tournament play is looking quite dire at the moment. So it'd be really nice to get some sort of update. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about was some of the other new TCGs that have been cropping up. Obviously, not some of them aren't new. Like One Piece has been around for a long time. Digimon even longer. But I was trying to get my hands on some product. I wanted to get my hands on some starter deck, because I like having physical cards. I like having physical starter decks, because I can play it with my friends, you get a feel for it, and you can get more invested into the card games. So I went to try and buy some of these starter decks, and it was a challenge, let's just say that. But before we jump into all that, let's see who we have in the chat. We have Darth Victor, who I believe is currently streaming. So he just popped in to say hello. Hello, Darth Victor. Welcome, welcome. We have PTRG who says no. What's wrong, PTRG? I don't know if PTRG is still here. He might have popped in and left. But if PTRG is still here, you're going to have to give me more context. I don't know what the no means. Like, you don't like RESHEF of Destruction. You don't like other TCGs. I don't know what it is. But hello, PTRG. We have the Dr. Alex. Hello, Dr. Alex. Welcome on in as always. We have Lost Memory with the hello chat. Hello, Lost Memory. And we have Isla in the chat. Hello, Isla. Surely we're going to get phaser announcement at the end of WCS, right, guys? So there's a lot of issues, right, with having a phaser announcement. For me personally, I would love to see a time skip be the world update, right? Go Rush time skip, world update, hunky dory. Then they give us the Go Rush maximums. They give us phaser. They give us, you know, alt styles for a bunch of those characters. The biggest problem I see with that is we still don't have Rovian and the Luke. And we don't technically need to have those characters. It just feels really weird to not have the pre-time skip primary antagonists released prior to the time skip. It just feels weird, right? So I don't know how I really feel about that. Hello, Hit. Welcome on in. We were just talking about what Lost Memory was talking about. But so again, in my mind, if we already had Rovian and the Luke, it's a slam dunk, right? You go, new world update, bam, his phaser, bam, maybe you put Tremolo in as well. You do alt styles for, at the very least, Yuhi, Yuamu. You probably don't even need one for Udius, but I mean, you could just give him one, because why not? You could give one to Manabu if you really want to. You don't need to give alt styles to everyone else. They could come later. And then we just have, like, bam, it's like a new world. We got shit tons of new alt styles. We got loads of new characters, or at least, you know, we'd have like 1, 2, maybe 3 new characters, depending on how you want to do it. And then that is enough content, in my opinion, to have a world update, right? Now, again, the issue we have there is we don't have Rovian and the Luke. So if we were going by the current release schedule of how they're doing characters, that means we wouldn't get that potential update till next year, which would be really sad. Because especially if they do want to do something crazy, like let's say they do release rituals this year, which I think personally would be really weird. But if they did, imagine getting rituals before we get like the Luke, before we get Roman, or Not Roman. What's the name? Rovian. Before we get, like, Yuga Goha. It would be kind of weird. It would be kind of weird. Hello, a human Portuguese dub fan. I heard World Update. What were we talking about? So we were talking about what Lost Memory said. So surely we're going to get Phaser announcement at the end of WCS. And again, my harebrained, you know, my copium theory is we could get Go Rush World Update. Like, we get time skip. Everyone gets an alt style of their time skip uniforms, because most of them have, like school uniform, effectively. But again, we don't have Rovian, we don't have the Luke. That is the thing that's holding me back from that theory. I mean, we get contact fusions before Rovian and the Luke. Hello, Luis Fernando. But to be fair, you're correct. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. But if you think contact fusions is on the same level as a brand new card type being rituals, like rituals is huge, right? You could make the argument, oh, well, you know, equip spell was a card type. But equip spell is a crap card type, right? It had almost no impact on the metagame when they came out. It's not very exciting. There's no, like, big thing there. Rituals is a massive deal. This is the level of, like, getting fusion monsters first introduced, right? So I get what you're saying, but I don't think it is of the same gravity, right? We're still on Arc 1. Exactly, exactly. But again, all we need to do is get through Rovian and the Luke. I think once we get those two, we don't need the other characters. Yuna can come later, that's fine, right? All the other characters, they can come later. It's just those two that we're missing. Okay, but what if no rituals this year, we get unions? So, unions would be cool. Outside of the fact, almost all of the unions are really, really good, right? Like, Soitsu Doitsu, all that crap, that could come out. That's fine. Right? It would probably, with a good skill, could actually be good in Duel Links. So that would actually be kind of cool. The baseball stuff, though, all the new baseball stuff is really good. XYZ is, like, the best deck in the game right now. So, like, that also creates this other weird dynamic of, especially if you give it a good skill, that deck just becomes absolutely busted. It's a weird problem to solve, because rituals have the same issue. The ritual cards are just really good. There's a couple of bad ritual decks, but in Duel Links, those could still be really good. So I think if they were going to do rituals, I think it would be really underwhelming, because they'd have to give us the bad ones, or just send us into, if you're not playing a ritual deck, you're doing it wrong. Which I think would both be kind of awkward. I don't know, it's a weird one. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. Do we want more maximum monsters with Phaser? I think yes. I think the way to go is, maximums are either, generally, really, really, really good, or really, really, really bad. That's kind of the two levels of maximum that we have. Most people either really like maximum or really dislike maximum. I think it's a good idea to just throw all the maximums at once, have like maximum meta for a couple months, and then move past that. And then some of the maximums that are still good, they'll probably still be around, but most of the maximums will kind of fade into obscurity, because a lot of people don't really like maximums, but I think we still deserve to be in a maximum meta for a bit, right? Hello, PTRG. Also, I don't know if you were here earlier, PTRG, but I wanted to know what you meant by no. What were you knowing to, PTRG? Imagine XYZ in Duel Links. Alright, again, assuming we're talking about, you know, the unions, XYZ. I would think that would be really cool, right? I'm not gonna lie. I like the XYZ deck. I think it's fun. I like the aesthetic. I like the nostalgia of the XYZs. But that deck would be so strong. Like, I don't know, man. Like, you would have to cut so much out of that deck. I don't think you could use YXZ. I don't think that would be allowed. I think you probably wouldn't be able to use the Union Supporter. Is that what it's called? The one that can bring back a level 6 or lower Union Fusion from the graveyard. I think you wouldn't be able to have that. Because in the same way, we got all the Gradius stuff, but we didn't get all of the Gradius stuff, right? We were missing the trap, we were missing a couple of the supports. I think if they were, they'd have to give us, like, a non-skill, like Gradius, and then cut out all of the really, really good support. But then maybe you could do it. Maybe you could do it. Duel Links Rush update when? I mean, that's what I'm hoping. That's what we're hoping for. But hello, Cappy. Welcome, welcome. I speak for everyone when I say no. What do you mean? Right, I have a love-hate relationship with maximums. I think when maximums are done well, they are really cool. They are really fun. When maximums are done poorly, they are pretty tragic. They are pretty rough. You don't really want them in the game. They can be quite frustrating to play against. If there are other decks in the game that just don't have built-in outs to maximum, it feels really bad because then it's like, well, now I have to include all these tech cards to deal with this annoying deck I don't like anyway. So I get the frustration. But hello, Serena. Welcome, welcome. The wall maximum metas are ZZZ. Well, that's the thing. Maximums are an all eggs in one basket kind of deck, right? If you just out the maximum monster, if your deck has the ability to, a lot of the time it's a free win. You just like... And your maximum's gone, now I kill you, right? So it's like, it depends on the deck you're playing. Because I think the most annoying thing maximum monsters is when they're annoying to get rid of. Whereas some maximums are a lot easier to get rid of, and some decks are able to get rid of maximums a lot easier. So, it depends. It kind of depends. The Union monsters, yeah. I assume that was. Either that, or we get Magnum OTK slot. Yeah, Magnum Overlord it's really fun to win the odd game by going Magnum Overlord, big OTK smash, right? When the meta game is built around that, it feels really bad. And we saw that with Hell Tuning Invasion meta, right? It was what, HTI and Magnum Overlord were like the two big decks, and then it was aggro ended up, I think, winning that actual GRF. But it was a fun one. But at the same time, I hated queuing against the Magnum Overlord player because I'd be like, ooh, now I have to manage my life points, their life points, the board state. I need to make sure I'm never going to be in OTK range. And it's like, it's a kerfuffle. It's something you just don't want to deal with. You do not want to deal with at all. But if we head over here quick, we can take a look and we can see. This is where we were last year, right? So this was June. End of June, we had a selection box, right? The year before that, we had the previous selection box, which was here. Which was in... Wait, that's not right. That's much later. The selection box was here. So we had a selection box 1, which was in May, right? So we had one in May. Last year, we had one in June. So if we were following that trend, it means we would have had one in July. Obviously, July's just finished. We haven't had one yet. But we had one right around World Championship Qualifier. Then last year, we had one right around World Championship Qualifier. We've had the World Championship Qualifier, still no sign of the selection box. So compared to last year, we're down a selection, which depending on who you are, that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's a good thing because selection boxes devour your gems or your money. It's a bad thing because that means there are less cards to have access to play with, right? So take that with what you will. The other thing we're missing is a deck build. So last year, we had Forbidden Fantastic Show. This came in just before the World Card Pool cutoff and gave us Shiny Shady. So it was only like, it was only like 8 new cards. But 8 new cards are still 8 new cards, right? And some new skills and a very important trap card that made the game feel a lot better. The year before that, we had a Super Mini. We had Transcendence, Mirageus. So obviously we don't really get Super Minis anymore. But that means, again, we're behind a deck build box, right? So we're like, when is this coming out? We haven't seen any news. We haven't got any leaks. So it's like, when are we getting more updates? I would like more Rush card, please. Please fix Worm meta. Worm meta. I don't personally hate Worm meta that much. The issue I have is when the vast majority of players don't see the point in playing in tournaments because they don't want to play Worm Mirrors all day. And that's what we've seen. We've seen a drastic tournament drop-off in the number of tournaments being played and the number of people, being run. And the number of people playing in them, which is not good, right? We don't want that. We want tournaments to be thriving. We want lots of them. We want people to be enjoying the meta. We want lots of people to be playing in the tournaments, right? We're not getting that right now, which is very, very sad. Made for a good ladder deck in terms of fast games. I mean, there is that, right? All it takes is 1 to 2 new meta cards to change things up anyway. Yes. It is a bit awkward, though, because I don't know what 1 to 2 cards you could put in that would, like, derail Worms from just being the best deck, but there's probably something. Since we don't have deck building or selection, I think this year's update is going to be a rush. The question then becomes, what is it, right? Because again, the logical update for me would be go rush time skip, because it's very easy to be like, here's a bunch of new alt styles, here's a bunch of new characters, we can focus on maximums, hunky-dory, right? But again, we don't have those other characters, right? The other thing people were saying is it could be rituals, right? But rituals is a mechanic, it's not a theme, right? So what would the world update be? Because you can't just say, oh, it's rituals. because that's not a world update. You need a anime reference. You need a manga something. You need some sort of event, some sort of new world, some sort of thing to happen, right? Because even when they did the DM update, that was giving us new alt styles from the past, right? So are there enough like Sevens alt styles we could get to make a Sevens update world? Like, I don't know. Like, we're still missing the Luke, or not the Luke, the Luke Man. We're still missing Luke Man. But like, is Luke Man and like Yuga Man, is that enough for a world update? I don't know, man. Right, we are at an ad break, so we're just going to wait for the ads to tick down. So we are going to hydrate as per usual. Right, 10 seconds. Just wait for that to tick down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everyone that got hit with the ads. Let's try and catch up. How would you hit Worms? Worms is a tricky one. Because you probably want to get... In my mind, I think Ryozai is a really good way to hurt them without changing anything. So without doing a ban list, without changing the skill. Ryozai is a tool that gives you a 2700 defense monster that you can summon for free that protects your cards from being destroyed by card effects. That in itself is really, really good because Worms can't use it themselves. And if you're playing any like level 7 deck, you'd also get Ship 7 Treasures. That would also give you extra level of consistency. That would be a pretty good card, but because of skills, that doesn't necessarily translate well because now you need a skill that lets you use a high level fairy monster, which there aren't many skills that will just let you do that. So it's not easy. It's not easy. Don't we technically have more evidence for a Go Rush update than GX? GX only has like 2 Jaden clones leaked. I mean, we don't really have a ton of anything, right? It's obvious we were always going to have a bunch of Go Rush stuff coming eventually. And that can get put into the files like months and months and months ahead of time. So, although, yeah, what you're saying is true, I don't know if it is indicative of like coming to a conclusion that, yes, we're definitely getting one over the other, right? We have like 7 Go Rush IDs. Yeah, but again, we were always going to have tons of Go Rush IDs because there's still tons of characters not released, right? They could make a boss for some Go Rush characters and a box rituals like they did the same thing with fusions. They could. The difference is when we got Go Rush release, that was perfectly in line with fusions coming out in 7s. So like, it just naturally worked out at the same. Obviously, it wasn't natural, right? They deliberately had the release schedule so that right as fusions, it feels that this is the right time for fusions to come out. Story-wise, this is the right time. Sort of card releases, this was the right time for them to come out. It just so happened that then they were like, okay, now, here's Go Rush. And Go Rush cards obviously came out very early because, you know, that's how they were in comparison to where the 7 stuff was, right? So it worked out very, very nicely there. Here, it's less so, right? Because the ritual stuff, anime-wise, isn't until right at the end, right? Right at the end of Go Rush. And you could just throw them in as a mechanic because, let's be honest, none of the rituals have, like, any ties to anything anime, right? Realistically, they're all... They have nothing to do with Go Rush. The only one would be Diskarma Linak or the Outerverse one, and neither of those cards exist yet. So that doesn't really matter. So you could do that, but then you still have the power balance, right? Of even the bad ritual decks are crazy strong, right? If you think the bad ones are going to be what? Hungry Burger, Zera the Mont. You could make an argument for Monuments, but Monuments is quite good. It's just like the ritual monster itself is a bit iffy. I mean, all the other ritual decks are strong, right? Even Zera the Man isn't bad, it's just awkward, because all of the power is in a spell card. And it's like, it's an unsearchable spell card, so it's like, honestly, Claw Shield is also such an unhealthy card and feels bad. Yes, the thing is, I don't even think Claw Shield is that strong. It's just, it's a feels bad moment. If you don't have the out, you just get messed up. If you're playing a weak deck, like a low tier deck on ladder, and you just run into it, you just lose, right? So I think it's a feels bad moment as soon as that card hits the board. I meant box and not boss. Let me cope. They shoved us with equips before Rovian. Yeah, but equips were, like... Equips are redundant, right? Equips, realistically, there's been like 3 that have had any kind of meta relevance in the OCG, right? There's the Spear for Spellcasters and Magical Knights. That was very, very important because that allowed specific decks to just win games. There was probably the Celebros one, because that's just, it's mandatory to be used for the Celebros cards. Right? The Celebros cards don't work without it. The card itself isn't actually that impressive. It's just a lot of other cards need it, so you play it with that. And then what? Like, even the Claw Shield wasn't very good in OCG. I'm trying to think. Like, maybe the one that you used with the Phoenix Maximum. That one saw some play. I'm trying to think if there are any others that actually saw play. I was hoping the rituals in Go Rush are enough for an excuse to add them. The problem is the Go Rush ones don't exist. And I don't... Like, they could. They could absolutely do it. They could just release rituals. They could. They absolutely could. There is an argument for them to release them in October. There is. Would I like it? I don't know. Part of me is like, yes, I really like ritual decks. So I'm a bit biased in I could play some of my favorite decks in Duel Links very early. That would be cool. And then part of me is like, but isn't that going to invalidate a bunch of old stuff? Or if it doesn't invalidate it, that means they've released some really crazy skills. And then it's like, how crazy do we want skills to get? Because, like, I don't mind skills being crazy. Like, for example, the Royal Rebel skill. The Royal Rebel skill is insane. Like, that does so much. But it's sort of balanced because of what Royal Rebel is. Like, I'm not going to say the skill isn't insane. What that skill does is crazy. But because it's specifically tied to Royal Rebels, it never feels overpowered, right? So it's a good example of, like, this is a crazy skill given to a somewhat mediocre deck that without the skill, the deck feels a bit mid, right? But then I'm like, are we going to give that power level of skill, or even better than that, to other decks to allow them to compete? Because I'm like, I mean, it could be fine. It depends on the deck, right? Like, I'm already, we spoke about this a bit at length, right? But what are we going to have to do to reptiles to make, like, Ecdysis Kaiseleon playable? Like, the Yuga Goha reptiles. What are we going to have to give that deck to make that not completely dead on arrival? Because, to be fair, Konami have been quite good at that. Baseball was playable on release, right? We had Music Princess, was playable on release, is still not awful, right? So, like, they can do it. It's just, do we like it? Do we like it? Release a whale with the level 5. I mean, you could. The level 5 what? Destroys back row? Or is that a level 4? I don't remember. We need Magnet. We only have like 2 rock cards in the game. I like Magnets. Magnets are a really cool deck. And Magnets could probably come out. They're not like crazy strong. And they're not using any mechanics that's like insane. And we already have Sparkman and Clayman who've already kind of broken the stat boundaries. So I think it's fine. I think Magnets could come out. Volt Shield? No, not Volt Shield, the other one. The first one they had. Imagine they released Diskarma in Duel Links before the OCG. That would be really funny. Diskarma when. I would literally kill the game. Unnerf Light Galaxy skill Madge. I mean, we could. Hello, call me Humongous. Welcome, welcome. I mean, I personally think Light Galaxy, it gives... we could give them a new skill. Right? Let's be honest. They should have gotten a new skill when they got their new structure deck. And then they didn't. And it's like, why? Why haven't you given us a new structure deck? Well, a new skill with the structure deck. Just do it, Konami. What are you thinking? Do it. Also, where's the new Metarian skill? I don't even like Metarian, right? This is a deck I have no love towards. I actively dislike playing Metarian and playing against Metarian. I still think they should have a new skill. Give them a new skill. Make that deck meta again. Sure, I won't like it, but the deck deserves better. I think the argument is okay if bad deck have broken skill, if the isn't be a top tier. The question becomes, though, it's not always easy to know if something is going to suddenly be top tier. And also, I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters if it's top tier. What matters is if it's like tier 0 or the best deck by a clear margin, right? I don't mind a garbage deck getting an overpowered skill. and becoming one of the best decks in the game. As long as it's not straight up the best deck in the game and the skill isn't doing 100% of the heavy lifting, I'm fine with it. Because otherwise, I like a bit of diversity in there. So if there's a weird deck in in tier 1, I'm like, that's cool. I like that. They made Air Eagle playable. I believe in them. Right, you're technically correct, which is the best type of correct. But fart is still fart, and I don't like it. Hello, Manicist. Probably a skill like the Jointic one, where it adds reptiles to the graveyard from outside the deck every time you use the skill. I mean, you could, but that in itself, I don't think is enough. I think, realistically, you're probably going to want a discount on your tribute summons, or you're going to want something else to alleviate the fact that you have to just tribute 2 guys to get your guys out, and you need to fill the graveyard. And even when you do all of that, all you're still doing is getting, like, a big guy, and just one big guy is not that great. Now, they could give us a bunch of the Reptile Trap cards, because some of the Reptile Trap cards are actually really, really good. But then, you know, having 3,000 combat tricks is kind of crazy. I'm not sure if we want that right now. We could probably get away with it. It'd probably be fine. But it's like, are people going to be like, reptiles get a minus 3,000 attack combat trick? That's broken, right? I think a lot of people would find it to be annoying. I mean, any deck can be playable with a strong skill. It can be, but at what cost, right? It's like, do we want... For example, if we got a specific Miss Mutton skill that made Miss Mutton good, but the skill did, like, everything. Like, the skill, like, it searches Miss Mutton from your deck. Then it also lets you summon it without a tribute. And it adds meet and greet to your hand. And it flips your opponent's monsters face up, right? Like, would you want that as a skill? Because theoretically, that could make Miss Mutton playable. It could even make it really strong. But do you want that? That's the question. Like, in some cases, yeah. Could be fun. In other cases, no, I don't want to deal with that. So it's like, it depends. It depends on what the skill is exactly, right? Ban Gun, though. Hate that card. The problem is, I think so much of Matarian's identity is now just Gun. So I don't think that's going to happen. And maybe they release some new cards in Rush OCG for Reptiles. I mean, they could. They could. I don't know if it's likely, because we know the next set that's coming out, so it wouldn't be for a very long time. I think we know up to... I think we even know everything that's coming in October, so it wouldn't be able to be out before the World Update either way. Also, the World Update, again, could just be speed and have nothing to do with Rush. So we might just get the short end of the stick in both ways. And maybe something like, at the start of the duel, dump 10 normal reptiles from your deck into graveyard, so you can play 40/30 cards. Again, it still has to do more than that, right? It still has to do more than that. But yeah, either way, we're behind. We want a deck build box. If this was following trends, this would have been out 8 days ago. It's not quite the same, though, because the box also came out late. So if we got this mini box on the 6th or the 27th, going to the 6th, that means we're about a week out, which means we would have expected a new mini box about this week. Again, we got nothing in the leaks, so we're not expecting to get anything, which is a bit of a shame. But, you know, it is what it is. But I would expect us to get a deck build at some point in the near future, and maybe a selection, or maybe this is going to be like the Super Minis, where we're just not going to get selections anymore. Who even knows? We can't predict what Konami's going to do, because this is only the 3rd year, and they've changed it up every year, so who even knows? There is 0 Rush content this month. Surely next month is ours. Maybe. But if we get September, that means we're not getting October, right? So, like, if anything, we want, like, something small in September, because that means we're more likely to get something big in October, right? If we get something big in September, so let's say we get, like, selection plus a deck build plus a character, right? That, to me, tells me we're not getting a world update in October for Rush, which would be kind of sad. So it's kind of monkey paw, right? It's like, do we want that? Do we not? Ooh, I don't know. Ooh. But one other thing I did want to talk about. So I am a big TCG guy. I play a lot of different TCGs. I play Magic the Gathering. Obviously, I've played Yu-Gi-Oh! I played a lot of TCG back in the day. We play Speed. We play Rush. I used to play the World of Warcraft trading card game. I've played Shadowverse. We've played Hearthstone. We've played Cardfight Vanguard. We've played Pokemon. We've played all these TCGs. I love TCGs. I'm a big TCG fan. I like all the TCGs. One thing I like doing when I want to get into a new TCG is I go out and I buy starter decks. Because if you grab the starter decks, usually they're quite cheap. They give you kind of a vibe of how the game plays. You can play with your friends. You get invested in it because you already own some cards. Then you can move on to playing on online simulators, or, you know, ideally you have like actual online games like Duel Links, like Master Duel, etc., right? So that's the logic I like to go with. So I popped to my local game store, which by the way is quite a travel for me. It's about an hour away. I go to the local game store and I'm like, okay, let's see what we got. So the first thing I wanted new one-piece starter decks because they just released 6 starter decks. I was like, that's a big number. I can grab all of them. Maybe there's going to be some sort of deal where I can get all 6 of them with a bit of a discount. There's a lot of diversity there. I could play with my friends. They can play whichever deck they like, whichever one-piece character they like, because, you know, One Piece is this whole thing. Hunky-dory. Go in. 0 one-piece starter decks at all. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. There's other card games I want to try out anyway. So I was like, okay, let's look for the Palworld TCG. Nope. No Palworld cards whatsoever. Then it was like, okay, this is a little bit annoying, but like there's other stuff I could look for. So I was looking through if there's any other starter decks. There was some Digimon ones, and the Digimon starter decks were £15. So that's about 15 euros, or that's about $20, right? For anyone that's from those countries. So that's expensive for a starter deck. And then I started looking into this, right? So I was asking in a Discord server that I'm in. I can't find Palworld starter decks anywhere. Does anyone know where I can get some, right? And someone said they're on Magic Madhouse, which is one of our retailers in the UK. And so I looked at it, and yes, they do have these in stock. They are going for £45, which, for context, that is $60 or about 45 euros, which is absurd. That is ridiculous. That is 3 times RRP, which is, you know, recommended retail price. That is insane. Now, that being said, £15 is still expensive for these. Most starter decks you would expect to be between £8 to £12 is sort of the usual. But now, after looking at some other decks as well as go look at my LGS, it looks like a lot of the starter decks now, like the new base price for a starter deck is £15. I mean, it could just be inflation, right? Inflation is a thing. Inflation is a bitch. It hits everyone. I went online and looked at a couple of other different places, and you can get starter decks for closer to 10. So, like, part of me is like, well, I could support my local game store, but pay a 50% price markup, which I don't really want to do. Like, I want to support my local game store. I don't want to pay a 50% price markup, especially 50% is quite a lot, right? But yeah, this is crazy, right? So I was like, okay, what else? Because if you look, right, this is a booster box, right, over here. Booster box, £45.60. So they are asking more money for a starter deck than they were for a booster box. Now, what I expect happened was they had a bunch of booster boxes. They got pre-ordered the heck out of because everyone wanted them, either to scalp or to play, right? No matter which one it is. Then they realized, oh god, we need to put the price up. Because then the price of a booster pack went up to £12.69. Which, again, they were asking about less than 4 times that price for a box. And now these, like, the booster packs have, like, shot up and they're out of stock, which means people were buying them at this price, which is also kind of crazy. But yeah, starter deck, 45, right? So let's take a look, right? Palworld on Amazon. So this is amazon.co.uk, so obviously this is just going to be the UK version. Booster box, £200, 6 left in stock. That's not, like, crazy, but that is expensive. That is very expensive, especially because each booster box here is only 12 packs, right? 12 packs is crazy, right? Usually a booster box, it used to be 36. Now it's more commonly 24. This is a 12-pack booster box for £200. The starter decks, 1 left in stock, $69.99, £70, which again, that's going to be $90, a little bit higher than $90, or 70 euros, right? That is insane prices. Like, this is actually crazy. Like, what is going on with this? And I was like, okay, maybe this is a Palworld thing, right? Maybe this is just maybe this is just getting scalped, right? So we went and looked at One Piece, because again, One Piece is something I also wanted to get hold of. They had some brand new decks. So ignore this one. This is like a whole other thing. But these ones are like regular starter decks. These are old starter decks as well. Now, anyone that's played TCGs for a long time and has played physical TCGs, usually older starter decks are more expensive because they're out of print. They're harder to get hold of. So these older ones, the price is not too crazy. But if we scroll down, we can get to one of the brand new ones. This is one of the brand new ones. This Zoro one here. It's going for £50, brand new. It has an RRP of £15, and they're selling it for 50. Like, this is apparently just a thing. Like, everyone's just hiking the prices up, which is crazy. Like, again, usually the ones that are out of print are worth more. Like, I could get this Big Mom one, which is going to be out. Oh, to be fair, this is Japanese, so that doesn't really count. But like, this Egghead one is 47. This is an English one for 30, and this one's about 30 as well. But either way, this is like insane levels of price hike. I could get this Shanks one, or Shanks and the character from the movie, for like 15, I guess. That's not awful, but it's like, what is going on with these prices? Hello, Hunter. Welcome, welcome. Bushiroad scamming people seems normal to me. I mean, yeah. But the thing is, usually, for me specifically, usually I haven't seen this sort of price hike. Like, this seems new to me. Let's try and catch up. I don't see a Rush World update. GX Nostalgia Bait is more likely to me. I think that is somewhat likely, to be fair. Holy, the scalping is real. For a starter deck, exactly. Hello, Brad, as well. Welcome, welcome. Amazon, always rough because it's third-party sellers. Raising the prices, not sold by Amazon itself. Yes, yes. But again, so I could hop around all the different UK retailers, but this is just easier, right? The issue is, all of these decks, I've gone round to, like, Big Orbit. I've gone round to, like, all of the usual, like, UK retailers that would, like, generally do shipping. And they're all either completely sold out or they've price hiked it. Like, just all of them. So I cannot work out where to get these for RRP. And I think most people would be crazy to try and sell them for RRP, considering what everyone else is selling them for. So then I was like, okay, let's go look at the Hololive stuff, because this is a Pokemon-like TCG. I was like, I'll play this as well. We'll give it a go. And I was looking at the decks. So all of these are old starter decks. So again, these prices aren't bad, right? I mean, 20 quid for a starter deck's kind of crazy. 23 for a starter deck's kind of crazy. But I was looking for the brand new ones, because they just released two new I don't know if they're brand new, but like, they released two new decks recently. Now, can I find them? They were in here before. I might have lost them, because we're getting all this other stuff. Alright, I cannot find them at the moment. But they were, when I saw them in here, going for about 40 quid each. Which again, RRP is 15. Which again is absolutely crazy. And the last one I looked at was Digimon, because I was like, well, look, some Digimon. If you want to get this Izzy deck, only a £5. Look at that, that's perfect. That's good starter deck value, right? But if you want the old Thai one, that's 25 for whatever reason. I mean, again, old starter decks are a bit weird, because, like, it's like, are they still in stock? Are they completely sold out? They're not in print anymore. But when we get down to, like, the newer ones, this is one of the new ones. This Data Squad one. So this is £30, which, again, that is twice RRP. If I went to my local game store, I could get this for 15. But if I buy it on Amazon, they want 30, which is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. But I don't know. It just feels like starter decks are just so expensive now, and I don't know why. I used to, like, love picking up starter decks from new sets when they come out and new card games, and enjoying getting into them. But I'm not going to do it at these prices. This is just insane. Like, I would love to support the stores. I'd love to support the games. I'd love to try out the games, but I'm not getting gouged for it. That's ridiculous. I'd rather not play the games, which makes me sad. And the other thing I did want to talk about is an hour after this stream ends, there's going to be a Palworld TCG tournament, which it's an online one using an online simulator. I haven't signed up for this because I don't think I'm going to play in it, but there is a bunch of people playing in it. I believe Mono said that he was going to be either playing in this or streaming it or something. So it'll be interesting to see what actually comes of this. But I'm curious to see what this is going to be. I do want to get into playing the Palworld card game, even if I can't play it physically, because it's trying to price me out. Well, it's not pricing me out. I refuse to pay the up mark, right? I refuse to do it. But I'm interested to see how this goes, personally. But with all of that said and done, I think it's time for us to hop in and play a different game. So we are going to actually play some RESHEF of Destruction. So I'll go ahead and swap us over to RESHEF of Destruction on Twitch, since we finished our big Yap session. And then we're going to go ahead and boot up the game. So, to anyone that was not here last Sunday, we are going to be playing RESHEF of Destruction. This is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game Boy Advanced game that came out a long time ago, obviously, because it's a Game Boy Advance game. And Oh, why can't I hear it? We've lost the audio. We'll fix it. We can fix this. There we go. Perfect. And this is known as being one of the hardest Yu-Gi-Oh games of all time. It's this and Forbidden Memories, usually like trade places for which game people consider to be the hardest Yu-Gi-Oh game. And this plays similar to Forbidden Memories. It has like a different rule system. So it's a bit weird. But we're going to hop in. We did already stream the previous game, and this is a sequel. So we're going to be going with that. So I have updated my deck since last time we played. We have now got 3 Kairyu Shin, which is sort of our replacement to Flame Swordsman, which has a really cool effect. It can change the terrain to Umi. And then we've got a bunch of our Wimps again, as we always do. Is there anything other crazy? Oh, we have Vampire Lord now. This card's kind of crazy, because if this card is in the graveyard at the start of your turn, it is resurrected, but there must be room in your field, right? So what we can do with this is we can just, as a mechanic in this game, you can just send cards from your hand to the graveyard whenever you want. So I could just ditch this, and the next turn it just comes back, which is kind of crazy. And then we have this one as well. This is Dark Flare Knight, which is usually a fusion monster, but it has a Warrior of Dark Flames. If it's in the player's graveyard, it's able to summon a Mirage Knight to the field. So if we discard this from our hand, we get to just special summon a Mirage Knight for free. So that's a special summon, so it doesn't take our normal. And it's like just a free 2800 guy, right? There's a Hololive TCG. I need to buy out the entire stock of my Oshis ASAP. Who is your Oshi, Serena? Out of curiosity. Because I have a friend that is massively into Hololive. She got me and a bunch of other of our friends into Hololive during COVID. And it was like, oh, we should watch this to see what it's like, because they had like the English ones came out or whatever. And she was massively, massively into it. So I know some of the Hololive stuff. I'm not massively into it myself. I don't like watch the streams, but I do watch highlights and clips and shorts and stuff. So I kind of know Hololive, but I'm not like heavily invested into Hololive. That's kind of where I am with it. Sacred Card, RESHEF Online competitive would rock, to be honest. Those games have some crazy stuff. I think it would be one of those things where you would very quickly work out what the best thing is and then just spam that. Because some of the broken stuff in this game is really broken. The other thing I have is I have loads of money now, and I don't know if I want to update my deck, because I'm not really sure what to put in. It's very difficult, because this deck works on a deck cost system. So even if you have, like, some of the... Oh, didn't mean to do that. Even if you have all the best cards in the game, you can't just fit them in your deck, because you have limitations on what you can actually use. Which makes it very difficult to, like, work out what I want in my deck, what I don't want, what's going to be worth it. Because, like, there's this guy, right? I could buy another copy of him, but he costs so much, I don't know if it's worth it. Which is, it's tricky. I don't know what to buy. I think there was a Vampire Lord in here as well I could grab. And I'm like, well, do I want multiple copies of them? Because then I'm going to have to take out a lot of the other good cards to make room for the other cards, and it's difficult to balance. One thing I did want was this is probably worth getting. I don't know if I'm going to actually use it, but I think it's worth having. Infinite Dismissal, I remember being quite good as well. Immobilization when it's tripped, the attacker is immobilized for 1 turn. I mean, how much does it cost? It costs 0? I'm going to buy 2 of those. If that's actually 0, that could be insane. Do we have Amazoness Archers? We don't. What does this one do? A trap that is deadly to any monster that attacks it. If the monster's attack is 3,000 or less. That's also really good. Okay, that's probably all we're going to be able to buy at the moment. Say negate attack for 1 monster. Negate attack for 1 monster in this game, though, is not actually that bad. Korone, Inugamu, and Shiori. So, I know Shiori. I know Korone. Korone's the dog one. I don't know who Inugamu is. Is Inugami the, like, Oni with the horns and the sword? Because I genuinely do not usually know. Right, let's go through. Let's look at type. Now, is this card type, or is this going to be... Let's go summon, see if that helps. Is there a way to, like, skip? I don't think there is. I think I just have to scroll all the way down. Oh, Korono Unugami? I'm not going to lie, I could not tell you what any of their, like, names are. I know Koseki Biju, because they introduce themselves as Koseki Biju in, like, the shorts and stuff. That's about all I know. What are we even going to do here? I want to put these in, because these cost 0, right? That's insane that that costs 0. So now the question is, what are we taking out for them? I mean, Zoni is so small anyway, I don't think it's going to matter too much. We want to have some electric in either way. We don't need Hane Hane, that's for sure. Probably don't need 3 of that. Take out a fire? Probably don't need 3 of that either. Right, let's go down. And then start putting in these other cards, see what we can get. Did I miss yaps about Duel Links? Yes, Desmume, you've missed all of the yapping. We did about 40 minutes of yapping. We've literally just turned this on. I mean, the VOD will still be there, if you want to have a look at that. But, so many traps now. How many do we actually have now? We have, what, 1? I could start taking these out and just putting some of this in. That frees up a bit of space. Now we've got 30 space. I don't know if that 30 space is going to actually mean a whole lot. How much does Amazoness Archers cost? That costs 70. I mean, it's a good trap. Alright, let's just leave the deck like this for now. This looks okay. Taya, let me leave! They're trapping me inside! Am I lucky to hear yaps about Naruto TCG? I mean, we don't have a lot to say about Naruto. The one thing I have to say about Naruto is watching the Naruto TCG get announced is what made me excited to, like, try and play other new TCGs, right? Because Naruto has, like, what, 5 unofficial sims now, which is cool. But then everyone else has a bunch of unofficial sims. Like, there's a Hololive unofficial sim. There's obviously a bunch of One Piece unofficial sims. There is a Digimon unofficial sim. But obviously, we're getting Elysium soon, so I kind of want to play Elysium. I mean, what else is there? Oh, I probably should have... I guess I did just save. I could have done a quick save here. There is also a bunch of other TCGs that are all, like, Palworld's obviously got, like, 3. Which is cool. And then that's what made me want to buy some starter decks. Which is why... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's fine. It looks like no matter what you type, it doesn't really matter in this. Yeah, I like playing different TCGs. I was trying to get a hold of some Palworld starter decks, and they're just ridiculous. Just ridiculously expensive. Are we getting Elysian soon? Let's keep coping together, my brother. What do you mean? It's going to come out this year. I believe, Hunter. What I'm worried about is the game might be shit. I also, personally, I want it to be starting from the first set, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think I spoke to Bismuth about this, and he confirmed that they're not doing that. 500 burn? The trap was Bear Trap. Right, come on. Straight off the top. We want Kairyushin. That's not Kairyushin. Okay, this isn't great. We're just going to have to slap in with Twin Long Rods. And then pass. Most IP TCGs have sims, and the more popular one, the IP, the more expensive it will be. Yeah, which is absolutely ludicrous. It's a shame that it's like that, but that's just the way things are. Right, we'll pay 1,000, gain an attack boost. Kill that. We didn't need the attack boost to walk over that, but now we have a 900 guy who might get to live. Never mind, that's a Frenzy Panda. I guess we'll just stick this for now. We'll just try and get him for the damage we can. Are they starting set 1 to 3 with some exclusive Elysian cards? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because usually exclusive cards means it's going to be a bunch of... Alright, let's go for this. It might be a bunch of, like, cards that wouldn't work in physical. So, like, doing things that you could only do digitally. Which I'm not sure if I like the idea of that. Right, pass on that. But sets 1 to 3, that's very promising. Kappa Avenger. Who do we draw here? Oh, we can show this off. All right, so I'm going to discard this. We're going to summon this. We're going to attack with this. We'll get in for 989. And we'll get him for 700. And then when it comes back around to our turn, we get to special summon the Vampire Lord back. Oh no, my Hourglass. And we have Kairyushin. Wait, why didn't it summon? Oh, because it's not on... I think it has to be on top of our graveyard, maybe? Okay, that's good to know. Right, we're going to activate the effect of Kairyushin, because I would rather be in the water. Okay, that's good to know then, because that means if we lose a guy, we can't get Vampire Lord back. Oh, but we can show this off, because I can do this one immediately. So permanent effect, I can bring out Mirage Knight. Go Mirage Knight. Dual victory. And we got a Muyan Curry. Hell yeah, we can increase our life points by 200. No, I can't lose. Yoink. It's shoddy. 6 Millennium items. You are to be praised. I hope you will not give up until you defeat RESHEF and save Pegasus from the darkness. For Pegasus is also a victim. He has been swallowed by RESHEF's power of darkness. You must save the world and Pegasus from the shadows. Bye, Shadi. The Millennium Scale. Now we have 6 Millennium items. Quick, let's get back to Ishizu. Okay. Hi, Weevil. I did also, between last Sunday and today, I have beaten Weevil. I did, like, go back and just duel a bunch of different people. Let's, before we talk to Ishizu, just in case a random event crops up, like the Kaibaman event, we will just go and save. You have obtained the Millennium Scale. We now have 6 Millennium items. Thank you. We should now be able to use all 3 Egyptian God cards. Slifer, the Sky Dragon card, turn to stone. The deck adjustment menu will be opened. Wait, that's fine. Is this deck okay? Yes. What's happening? What's wrong? No, the Winged Dragon of Ra did not resurrect. And even worse, Slifer, the Sky Dragon, has turned back into stone. RESHEF's power must be growing exponentially. The same fate most likely befell Kaiba's card. Obelisk the Tormentor has also turned back into stone. Please bring Kaiba here quickly. We must fully revive the Egyptian God cards, but in order to do so, we need the power of all 7 Millennium items. Furthermore, all 3 Egyptian God cards must be reunited in one location. The final Millennium item. We have yet to find the Millennium Puzzle, but I have an idea as to its whereabouts. Please leave the Millennium Puzzle to me. While I look for it, please bring Kaiba here. Okay, let's go find him. I don't know if Pegasus is a victim so much as he has victims. I mean, you know, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. You can be a victim that victimizes people. It's Kaiba. Let's do a quick save. I figured you'd come. You're here to see about Obelisk the Tormentor. You want to know if it's turned into stone, right? Yes. You think some stone magic trick is going to make me believe in your crazy mumbo-jumbo? What do you take me for? I don't get fooled that easily. And now you want me to see a Shizu? Huh. I don't think so. I want nothing to do with you losers. I'll find out who did this to Obelisk the Tormentor on my own. Mokuba, I have some errands to run. You're in charge of Kyber Corp while I'm gone. You can count on me, bro. My duty is to protect Kaiba Corp. My big brother left me in charge, and I won't fail him. Okay, Mokuba, you do that. You have fun. Help me! Silence! Hand over your rare cards right now! I never said I was putting up my rare cards as ante in this duel. Well, you thought wrong. Give me your rare cards. Neoghouls, you horrible stinking thugs. Ha ha ha! Flattery will get you nowhere. All the world's rare cards belong to the Neoghouls. I guess I should kill these guys? That probably makes sense. Guess I'll do another cheeky save. You fool! You dare challenge me? Bam. This is not the tastiest open, if I'm being honest. Let's do this, this, this. And we're going to immediately use the effect just to boost the attack up. It's a bit of a waste of 1,000 life points, but I can get it up even higher, so... Red medicine was activated. Uh-oh. 2 red medicine! Ugh! Then he passes the turn. Okay. It's a bear trap. Right. That's fine. Go! Winged Cleaver! Then we'll pass. Bear Trap. Hitotsumi Giant was slain. Excellent. Who do we have here? You're not super helpful. I will summon you an attack, though, because I'm going to give you an attack boost next turn. We'll get him for 7, and we'll get him for 350. Then we'll pass. Invisible Wire? Yeah, I love these, like, old school games, man. Like, I don't know, there's something very, very charming about the effects not really making any sense and it just not being anything to do with the, like, OG TCG. It's just like its whole own thing. It's like, I really like Forbidden Memories and... What's the chess one? I have it downstairs. Duelist of the Roses, that's the one. Duelist of the Roses. Yeah, Infinite Dismissal. So this year we have Horobeat. I don't know what Horobeat is. Palworld Gundam. Gundam is something that I think has potential to be cool because I really like Gundam, but I don't know. I don't want to buy a Gundam starter deck. Is kind of where I'm at with that. Godzilla, obviously. Ultraman is something I have no love for Ultraman whatsoever. It's just not my cup of tea personally. But it's cool that other people like it. Right, let's change the field. I want to be in my field. Kill over this. Cookie Run, which again has nothing. I have no love for that. Oshi no Push. I don't know what that is. Hololive Other Game. They have a different Hololive game. A Conan TCG, which again I don't really care about Conan. A few more cards released next year. So far, Trails, TMNT, Marvel Rush, Cyberpunk, Naruto, Echoes of Estrella, and Dragon Shogun. Out of those next year ones, Naruto is the only one that really interests me. I guess we'll just summon this out. We'll just use the effect again. Let's boost everyone's attack up even further. Now, my life points are probably looking quite dire at this point, but we should win this turn, so... Dual victory! Hinotama was obtained. Excellent. I may have lost, but there are many other Neoghouls waiting for you. Okay, the Neoghouls have completely overrun the town of Domino. I would like to go and rest up. I assume I'm going to be fine to do that. I assume I've... Oh. I want to heal! Exodia! Obliterate! Wah! Are you alright? Big brother! Another victim arrives. Nobody gets away with picking on my brothers. Hey, you guys are... Coo, we've spared me the trouble of looking for you. Coo, I won't let you disrupt Master Keith's plans. It's so weird to hear Master Keith. I'll topple you like a house of cards. Okay, so I've just given up a load of life points before this duel for, like, no reason. This is a very strange hand as well. Let's go YOLO. We're just gonna immediately beckon. I'm gonna get in for 900. And then we're gonna set... We probably don't need more than that for now. We'll end the turn here in case he has like a Harpy's Feather Duster or something. He's just gonna defend. Okay. Right, we'll set another one just in case. We'll go and attack here. That's a big butt. Okay. We might get Exodia'd here. He's tributing. Going into defense again. Is that gonna be like a Millennium Shield or something? Right, we'll tribute, summon this. We will use the effect, just because I assume being in water terrain will probably help me more. We have to end, because when we use an effect, we can't attack the same turn. Alright, let's see what we're working with. That was a tribute? Okay. We'll defend with this, and we'll pass. Wood Clown. What is Wood Clown? And then Shovel Crusher. Okay, well that's one way to clear his board. Right, we'll set. We'll set. We'll get him for 2340. I guess we'll get him for 350. We'll probably attack over this anyway, and then we can trigger more of our trap cards. It's Tomato's turn. Right, he did have 2000 defense. I thought there was a good chance he would. Get him for 350, and we'll get him for 1170. Right, I'm feeling pretty good here. Even though our life points, we start on like half, I feel like we're probably just going to be fine. Alright, get over that. Get him for 350. Get him for 1170. And then screw it. We'll get him for 489 as well. Right. As what you said about older games having more charm contributes to people doing recompilions of OG games from the 90s, and even the Yu-Gi-Oh case, where now many people started doing Dual Kingdom fan projects all over the place. They add more to that hot take. People started playing retro games more due to the fatigue of AAA titles. Well, a lot of the AAA titles, it's not even necessarily like fatigue, right? It's a lot of them are now being made in a way to appeal to people that like, you know, short-term gratification, as well as people that are more likely to spend money. Because just in general, it makes sense to make a game that will make money. And the best way to get more money per head is to make something like a gacha game, right? Have lots of microtransactions. And a lot of people just don't want to deal with that shit, right? You know, a lot of people, especially my generation, go, back in my day, I could just buy a PlayStation game and I could put it in my PlayStation and then I could play the game. I could just give it to a friend and then they could play my game, right? Now it's like, no, that doesn't work. Digital only, and then all these other just like bits of red tape slapped in, and I don't know. Some of it's good, some of it's bad, right? Is that real ESP? Beep, 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 beep. Oh, sorry. It's a habit I can't break. I don't cheat anymore. Anyways, how about that lady Kaiba chased after her? I think she's scared, said her name was Ishizu. The Neo-Ghouls kidnapped her. I followed after them with Kaiba, but I heard my brothers screaming for help, so I came back here. I hope Ishizu's okay. Thanks for the info. Wait! Let me try to find out where they're taking Ishizu. I have this weird feeling. I think she's at the Egypt exhibition. She was taken to Domino Station, so I think the trail leads there. But the Neo-Ghouls have shut down Domino Station. You'll have to get rid of the Neo-Ghouls first, then you'll be able to move on. There are many Neo-Ghouls around. There's not enough of us to make a difference. But I haven't forgotten what Joey taught me. He told me that the strongest duelists are the ones that have friends. It's impossible to win alone, but if we go as a group... Let's get the word out to all of the other duelists. With their help, we might be able to beat the Neo-Ghouls. If we can free the town of Domino from the Neo-Ghouls, Domino Station will be liberated too. Quick, let's call all the duelists together. I would really like to just go and save the game and heal up my life points. That is my top priority right now. Alright. We have to go and get all the other duelists, I guess. So they're already there. Do I have to beat all of the Neoghouls? I assume I do. Domino duelists are spineless whips. No one's shown the least bit of resistance. Let's go. This is a really bad hand. I am going to set this because there is a chance that I can attack over it with a boosted Fayaru. Ooh. That is very annoying. I do have a water card though, so I can actually beat that. I will... Alright, okay, we're fine. We're fine. If he had a trap card, it would have been made more sense to attack with Wind Cleaver first so that I could connect the water card, but... It was always a coin toss. Charubin the Fire Knight. Okay, so he's had 2 fire cards. He's probably playing a lot of fire cards. The ghoul will carry off all the monsters in the graveyard, so he banished the graveyard. He has more fire cards. I guess I'll play this down. Right, Bear Trap gets rid of that one. That one's weak to fire anyway. And we'll swing with this. Okay, so far so good. Electric Snake. Okay, that's a little bit annoying because that can deal with my water card very easily. Guess we just have to defend for now. Right, Electric Snake gets taken out by that. There's another electric card, and this one has even more attack. Okay, we can deal with that now, though. Because we can summon out Hourglass, use Hourglass effects. And now this is big enough to clear. Okay. Invigoration. Uh-oh. Ooh, that's a fire card as well. Alright, we have a water. No, we don't have a water. Our water died. Oh. Okay, that is huge. Alright. Alright, we'll tribute this. We'll summon this. I am going to use the effect. Because even though we don't clear his guy, I think just having the field be water is really good for us. Right, he's defending. More fire cards. Excellent. Although he does have electric cards. We know he has electric cards, so we have to play this at least somewhat defensively. Maybe I shouldn't have summoned this, because now he'll attack into it. Oh, it was Electric Lizard. Perfect. Perfect. Go, 325. Go, 489. Go, 2,340. We're getting there. Bear Trap. Okay, perfect. So that should just be... GG. Perfect. Alright, so now is he going to leave? My guess would be yes. You showed resistance. Too much resistance. And he's gone. Alright, let's see if... God, they're all over the place. Eek!
Hey, what do you think you're doing to Serenity? I'll protect you, Serenity. Tusk!
That's right, get out of here.
Are you okay, Serenity?
Yes, I'm fine, Tristan. And Duke, thank you too.
You can count on me, Serenity. I won't let the Neoghouls lay a finger on you. That goes double for me. It's okay, Tristan. Serenity's safe in my arms. She doesn't need you. Devlin, you...
Oh, hi, Tomato.
Tomato, you don't have to worry about us. Yeah, I'll protect Serenity.
Good job, guys. Grandpa's fine as well. Taya's fine. He's back? Okay, so do I not need to beat all of these guys? Because they just come back when you beat them, apparently. Oh, hello. Stop picking on the weak! Who is that?
Who are you?
I'm the Greendale Zom. You bad guys don't deserve to know my name.
Little twerp, I'll make you regret facing me. Grah! That serves you right. Come on, you didn't think that actually hurt me. Time to put this wannabe superhero to sleep. Hand over your rare cards right now. I can't win. Maybe I should run away. No, a superhero never
Flies from danger? Shouldn't be fleas.
I will not flee. You persistent pest, you're annoying me. I'll let someone else deal with this fool. I can't waste time playing with kids. I wasn't cool like the actual Zompire. But I beat the villain. Groan. You must be the brats who want to be heroes. You should have stayed in the sandbox. I'm not as nice as the other guy.
Alright, let's go. Not the best hand in the world, if we're being completely honest, but it might be fine. Let's see what he's got. Red medicine. They love red medicine. They really, really love just boosting their life points up. Get hit by invisible wire, nerd. Take 9-10. Then we'll pass. I don't think it's worth it trying to get him for like 300 damage. Fairy Dragon. That is a light that loses to dark. We already have a dark. Which I guess is kind of good. The issue is I don't want to just like attack or leave these guys in attack mode because they're so weak. I'm going to lose so many life points when they're attacked over. Hinotama burns me for 100. Right, Twin Mouth is a fiend, so it loses to light. Alright, we're going to tribute. We're going to... Nope, that's wrong. I'm going to undo that because I wasn't looking. Oh! Wait, I'm going to undo all of that because I thought that was a different card that I drew. With the power of rewinding time. And what do we have? 910? He's 900, so I can just... Back over that. And then we'll attack with this. And then we'll pass. Right. Nice easy kill on McAllion there. Right, we'll tribute this one. We'll summon out this one. We are going to use the effect. Get him for 700. Get him for 1170. Right, well, so far things are going quite well. Let's see if they continue. Grave Digger Ghoul, which seems like almost a completely useless card most of the time. Let's get a bit greedy. Okay, never punished, excellent. Get him for 2340, and then we're probably just going to put this guy in defense.
Lesser Dragon!
It's Fiend, so it loses to light. Oh, there's a light. Go get him, pal!
And then Kairyu Shin! Finish him!
Your deck capacity increased by 1. Two-Mouth Dark Ruler. That's probably okay.
I won't forget this. I'm going to get you good.
Prone. Wait, what? He just comes back if we talk to the kid again? Bruh. What's this bullshit? Alright.
Hinotama.
There's McAllion, so that's pretty good for us. Alright, Tribute. Summon out Kairyu Shin. Waterfield. And then we'll set this, because it will only attack us if he has something bigger, or if it's an electric. Okay. So far we're okay. I will just summon this. I think we're going to attack with this. Then we just start chipping in for 700. Goes defensive. I think we have to keep attacking with our big guy, because we have no guarantee that anything else is going to clear. Right, we've got a 6-turn clock. Widespread ruin. What else do we have here? Just a little bug. Get him for 7. Get him for 489. Get him for 700. Get him for 2340. Alright. We are in an ad break. So we're just going to go ahead and rehydrate, as we should always do, because otherwise I will forget to rehydrate. I mean, this should just be game, right? 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everyone that get hit with ads. We have just defeated this guy and got a Sky Dragon. I mean, I'm never using a Sky Dragon. Might hallucinating ads again. I can only tell you what I am told from the great OBS in the sky. Okay, well this guy's showed up now. I don't think there's a reason to duel these guys, because they just come back after you beat them. There doesn't seem to be like any events or anything going on. So I guess I'll just save and then run around. Or I could duel Esperoba, maybe, if he wants to duel. Let's go find out. A duel? Oh, so you could make sure your deck's ready? There's nothing wrong with being careful against the Neoghouls. No problem. It'll also test to see if my deck's ready. Let's go. Esperoba, you and me. Ooh, where is this? Is this just planes? Yes, we will just do this. We should be set up to win this game already. Unless he does, like, something crazy. Cyber Raider! Ooh, 2 back rows, a little bit scary, not gonna lie. Right, Tribute. Kairyu Shin. Home field advantage. Set trap, pass. The inexperienced spy, the opponent's hand will be revealed. What are you going to do with this information? You're the computer, you almost always just knew exactly what it was anyway. Infinite dismissal. Okay, so Kairyu Shin is stunned for a turn. We'll attack with this, we'll see what it is. Ooh, okay, that's a dream version of a Cilio Hero. Machine Conversion Factory, it powered up a monster. A Cilio Hero walked into that, and then Acid Trap Hole hit UFO Turtle. Okay. All things considered, that went pretty well. Right, we'll Tribute. Summon out a second one. Get him for 2340. Get him for 2340. Okay, things are looking pretty good. Invisible Wire, Cyber Raider. So he had an electric, so he was trying to attack into me to get the type advantage. And now we should finish him off. Now, how many things is he going to give me? Deck capacity by 1. Okay, so he's not like a special event. A lot of the special events seem to give you 3 when you beat them. Right. I'm just going to go and heal up again, and then we'll go and look around and see what we can do. I assume we either have to go around and duel all of the named people that we've already seen, or we have to go to the station. I don't know which one. Well, Mako's not here anymore. Oh, there's Mako. Say something! What a strange individual! I've never felt so uncomfortable. Hey, you've come just at the right time. Can you do something about this person? I lack the skill to deal with such weirdness. Leave it to me. I'm counting on you. And then we do. I guess we'll do this. And then pass. That's what he does. Revival Jam. Big water cards is not what I wanted to see there. We might lose this one, unfortunately. We'll see what he does. Tributes 2. Humanoid Wormdrake? Why was that 2 tribute? Oh, is Humanoid Worm... No, Humanoid Wormdrake's the fusion. So it's the 2200 attack one. Okay, that makes sense. Right, Twin Long Rods, go! Phantom Dwan, go! Hade, go! Then we'll pass. Kappa Avenger. It's always the Kappa Avenger. They're always here. Oh, that's a really good top deck. Alright. We'll pay the 1,000. Boost everyone's attack up. And now we can just attack over the Kappa Avenger. Get it for 950. The guy who banged and married the ocean called a guy weird. Wonder what he's done to get that level of weirded out. I mean, I think he just doesn't talk, and that's straight up, right? I think that would be enough to just weird out Mako. 2,000 defense. That's no idea. I mean, do we just throw another guy on the board? Guess. We'll defend with those and that one. And then we'll leave the other ones in attack. That's what he does. Invisible wire. Okay, he put it into attack mode because he's a dumbass. Excellent. Pull me here. 1410. 950. And then Hourglass of Light. Finish him. Deck capacity increased by 3. That's what we're talking about. Jam Breeding Machine. At the start of the own turn, it summons a change slime to the own field. However, no other monster can be brought out. Lost. Hi, Strings. Yes, thank you. But what brings you here? I see. What a horrible situation. This is why I've been sensing trouble among the waves. My instincts tell me something more sinister in the works. Anyways, I'm going to the town of Domino. Bye, Mako. Let's go find another ally. Alright, well, Weevil's not here. Weevil said he was going to China, so I'm going to assume Weevil's in China. I also don't know if we want Weevil as an ally. Right, let's go Canada first. There's a duelist here. I know it. You better not cross the Neo-Ghouls, or we will punish you. Hard. Be a good boy and tell us. He's in the cave. There's 3 duelists right here, guys. 2-on-1's not fair, you Dorkasaurus. Fair? We don't know the meaning of the word fair. You scavengers. Our boy has friends. We'll wipe the floor with all of you. With Tomato at my side, you guys are scary as baby birds. I won't lose to any Neo-Ghouls. Tomato, which one do you want to take? We'll fight the guy on the right. Oh, what the heck did you just play? Is that, so that's a dream. It does lose to Fiend. Okay, we have a Fiend. Okay. Whew. That was horrifically scary as the first bloody move of the game. Right, we have a trap card though, so we should be fine. Oh, he's got more dreams. Hold. We'll summon this. He must have a dream. Yeah, it's Cross Clown. So we'll get him for 489. Set a trap card will pass. Now he'll attack into us, get hit with Infinite Dismissal. Then we tribute. That is a light that loses to dark and automatically beats fiend. We'll go ahead and change the field, which gives me the attack. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Right, we'll use our time reversal. It's our Millennium item, guys. Don't worry about it. It's okay if we do it because we have our Millennium item. We get to do it once per duel. Sure, we'll do this. Use the effect. Get him for 2840. Get him for 1670. And then we'll pass. 1350 is pretty big. Get another dismissal. We'll throw you out. Get him with twin long rods. And then we will finish you. The opponent is out of life points. Duel victory. Mystical sheep number 1. Perfect. You'll pay for this.
Thanks, I owe you one. If you need any help, don't hesitate to ask. What? They're all over the town of Domino. Those Neo-Ghouls won't get away with this. Alright, leave it to me. I'll trample those clowns.
Yeah, Rex. Let's go find another ally. Yeah, you tell him, you. Alright. I should, though, go get my life points back. Because every time I use that hourglass, it costs me 1,000. Your life points have been restored. Yes, I would love to save the game. Alright, we've done... Let's go China. So this is where Weevil should be. He said he was going to China. China.
You listen to us.
You're going to join us as a Neo-Ghoul.
You're smart as a spider to recruit me.
You'll join us.
Sure. Okay.
Don't join them.
Sure. Just kidding. There's no way I'd join you wimpy worms. How dare you?
You tricked us.
You leave us with no options.
We'll settle this in a duel.
I'm not falling into your web. I won't take 2 on duelists at the same time. Tomato, you duel one of them.
Loomis. I don't know if there's like a good one or a bad one. You'll make an excellent prize for Master Keith. Let's just use Baby Dragon. How big is that? That's a dream again. I can't beat dreams right now. So... Invisible wire. Are you... Right, we're gonna have to do this. I hope invisible wire is 25. I think it's 25. Well, that's 26, so that doesn't matter. That's also one of those weird types. Ugh. Things aren't looking great. I can still stop it with like an infinite dismissal, but the issue is I need to get multiple cards out to do that, which is very tricky here. Okay, Bear Trap took out Magical Ghost. 2 boss monsters in this hand though. Dream ain't gonna do anything here. Right now, I'm trying to keep my life points as high as I can and hope that I draw into like Dark Flare Knight. Like if I don't draw exactly that, I think I'm just cooked. Yeah, that's not helping. 1950 from Melkid. Oh god. You're not going to help me either. I think we're just cooked here. I think we're just going to have to take our lumps. Ouchies. 1950. 30. We are alive, but I don't think for much longer. There, that is not going to do it. Alright. That's a shame. We are going to lose a baby dragon. But it's fine. We'll just do the run back. We'll do the salty run back. We got this. Back to China. Hi, Weevil. It's a shame we have to do this again. Like, I get it, because it's like it's kind of like a setup scene or whatever, but obviously when we've already lost a card to him, it's like, eh. I mean, I guess we'll go for the same one again. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference depending on who we play against. I think it just comes down to the opening hand we get. This hand is not awful. He's mostly playing Dreams. Dreams... So I'm probably fine to try and attack with this. Okay, he has a... Dark. So that would have beaten Light. So it's a good thing I didn't attack with the Hourglass. Alright, that was the 2600 guy. So now that's gone. That's huge. Alright. So now we tribute. We summon this out and we change the field, which now means he can't get like massive guys. He can get big guys, but nothing like that 2600 guy. Oh, mystery back row. What's that going to be? That's pretty big as well. Let's summon. Okay, it was Tomato. So we'll get in. It was Bear Trap. Okay, that's good. We got rid of the Bear Trap. Goes defensive again. Alright, we will get him for 7. We're going to set this. I think we're better off leaving this in hand and tribute summoning it out. I think Vampire Lord, because of the way it works, I think it's better to tribute it out. Get with that. Hello, Baj. Welcome, welcome. You caught us dueling against Loomis from Loomis and Umbra, everyone's favourite tag duelists. Ah. Get him for 2040, and then finish him off with Duan. Give me another 3 deck capacity. Melkid the Four-Faced Beast. 183, jeez. Then what's Parrot and Docs? You know, they're the other tag duelists. I'm trying to think, who were the tag duelists? So it's Parrot and Docs in Duelist Kingdom. In Battle City, it's Loomis and Umbra. Is that it for tag duels? Do we ever get another 2-on-2 duel? We get Joey and Yugi teaming up against the Big Five, but that's not really a tag duel. In GX, it's Para and Docs again. Is there another tag duel in GX? I don't know. I don't remember there being another tag duel in GX. I want to go get my life points back. Trying to think if there was another like 2-on-2 duel in GX at all. I legit don't remember. Oh, there was I think in season 4, Jaden teams up with Alexis. I'm pretty sure that happened. You're defying Master Keith's orders after he was willing to let you join him, just like the old times.
He never treated me with respect. I don't trust him.
You fool! Pledge your allegiance to Bandit Keith. If you do, he's willing to let you use all the rare cards you want.
I'm not afraid of him anymore.
Attacked it with Blair? I remember Blair's first duel. I'm trying to remember the tag duel. Who was in the tag duel? They did. I've watched season 4 recently. Okay, so at least I was right about that one. I don't remember the Blair one. Because that was when Jaden had, like, changed, and Alexis just wanted to, like, duel for fun, and Jaden was, like, taking it super try-hard. And she, like, he, like, sacrificed her cards or whatever. That's a big monster. We'll do this. Do this. We'll do this. And then we'll pass. Jaden and Alexis versus Hasselberry and Blair. Oh, right, it was against Hasselberry and Blair. Right. That one. Okay, that makes sense. Was that the only other 2-on-2 duel in that show? Then, like, when you get to 5Ds, was there any 2v2 duels in 5Ds? I can think of a 3v1. I can think of relay duels. I legit do not remember a 2v2 in 5Ds at all. I watched recently and forgot that. Bam, there it is then. That's perfect. Right, let's discard you. Dark Flare Knight special ability. Come forth, Mirage Knight. Get Tree Fitty. We get him for 28. Get him for 910. Get him for 450. But other than 5Ds, which I do not remember there being any, there was, in Zexal, so far, we had 2 tag duels? Because it was Yuma and Shark versus... I can't remember their names. The guy who used the dinosaur and the other guy. I think they were both dinosaurs, actually. They were like Shark's old gang members or whatever. And then there was Yuma and Kaito versus 3 and 4? Pretty sure there was a Paradox Bro duel in GX. Yeah. We talked about that one earlier. That was the Expulsion duel. It was Cyrus and Jaden versus both the Paradox brothers. Which, by the way... where is it? Haha! Behold! Hello, Darth Victor. Welcome. Thank you for the raid with 2 duelists. I'll go ahead and give you a shout out quick. Slash shout out. Darth Victor. How was the progression today, Victor? Did you make any big progress? Have you beaten any more bosses? I'm currently watched 5Ds for the first time. I do not remember. I mean, yeah. It's been a long time since I've watched 5Ds as well. I've been watching some of Dylan's 5Ds stuff, which has been pretty cool. But, you know, I haven't watched it all. What about that one random duel with the card shop lady and the counselor of the academy? I couldn't tell you. GX apparently had a few more. Frost and Thunder. Oh, Frost and Thunder. That was when they left Duel Academy. They were the Monarch guys. That was the guy that uses a Borg and the guy that used Mobius. Asta Jaden versus Serena and her clone. Oh, that was also part of that same arc. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. The issue is they're not very memorable duels, right? No bosses, but we're working mostly on the bases and made 2 new ones. Yeah, Frost and Thunder are the Mobius, yeah. Grah, you'll regret this. Thanks for saving me. Honestly, I was a little scared. But you guys, what are you here? I didn't know that was going on in town. The Neo-Ghouls don't scare me anymore. I'm a much better duelist. I'll help you too. I'll go to the town of Domino. The Neo-Ghouls don't stand a ghost of a chance. You tell them, Bodes. But no Palworld for a week, because my friend will be away for a week. Ah, that's a shame. But you made some good progress, and that's always good. Excuse me, Gramps. So that is most of them. I guess we haven't been... No, I didn't want to go here. We haven't been to the pier yet, so maybe we can go and get my... I'm sorry. Here are my rare cards. These cards are garbage. Oh,
Then how about this one?
That better be all of them.
That's all I have, I swear.
Takeshi, are you, like, sure about this?
Yeah, like, positive.
What? You have a problem?
No. I don't want any trouble.
Huh, you spineless worm. You're not even worth dueling.
Puh, who's spineless? He's the one who has to hang out with a bunch of cheaters to win. Are they, like, really, you know, like cheat?
Oh, wait, this might be her, actually.
Wasn't it obvious? I would do anything to protect you from those guys.
Takeshi, you protected me.
Well, of course.
Like, thank you, Takeshi. They did it. Absolutely, we've got 2 more towers left to do and a few side stuff to do. Beat Break just had a terrifying reveal in the episode today. It was a good episode. What I'll probably do is, when Beat Break's all out, I'll have a day where I go back and watch some of it, and I can skip through the boring bits. Because that is one of the issues I have with Beat Break, is there's a lot of, like, quote-unquote filler. Harpy lady. Harpy's triangle ecstasy.
Nice attack. But how much longer can you keep this up? Go.
Grr, there's too many of them.
She just played a spell? She absolutely did.
Yeah. How good of you to visit.
What's the fun without a captive audience? I'll give you 2 choices. Do nothing but watch this stunning show as I defeat this woman. Or step in and be magically defeated by me. Whichever choice you make, I win.
I'm going to win.
Are you that anxious to be humiliated? I will have you begging on your knees before it's over. I, Arcana, accept your challenge.
Let's go.
Are you enjoying my show? Set. Black pendant. That is a light, so it's weak to dark. We do not have a dark layer. We should be fine, though, with what we have here. Right. Let's see what bro's got. Right, Acid Trap Hole takes out of the Stern Mystic. Widespread Ruin takes out Big Eye. Right, a Kyryu Shin here would be really nice. That's not Kyryu Shin, but that's the next best thing. We'll Tribute. We'll summon out Vampire Lord. Then we'll pass. Okay, I mean, that is annoying. Again, that loses to Dark. We don't have Dark right now. All we have is Fiend. That makes this very problematic. This is a very awkward board state. I think we have to do this. But if he attacks us in the wrong order, we're going to lose our Vampire Lord. Oh, we're fine. Okay, that's actually really fine. That is super fine. Because now Vampire Lord gets to come back because he's still on top of my graveyard. Then we can summon you. Activate your effect to boost up Vampire Lord's attack. Now Vampire Lord can attack over. And then we'll just get him for 12. Gotta go to my eyeball. Thanks for dropping by, Victor. Always a pleasure. And thank you again for the raid. Ah, my vampire.
It's okay, he's coming right back.
That's another light. I need dark to beat that. I don't have any dark. All I have is fiends. Right, to defense. To defense. And more defense. No worries. We'll always be in if able. Nice. I have a really bad habit where I keep ending stream without looking at who's actually streaming. So I keep, like, not raiding anyone. Oh, that's helpful. Right, Tribute. Kyryu-shin. Home field advantage. Unfortunately, you're weak to dark, so you're not going to do anything here. So we have to pass on that. Don't change it back, you bastard! Oh, and a black pendant. Oh god. All right, we might be losing this. That's a dark magician with 3750 attack. Holy crap. So that is a. I need dream. I need dream to beat that. No, I don't. Yes, I do. I need dream. I don't have dream. We might be losing this. We need to draw something very good very quickly. You normally still going for just about to end when I end my stream. Ah, I see, I see. Ooh. That's a forest. Ooh. I think we're just screwed here. I could attack into that, but then I take a ton of damage. The best thing I can do, I think, is put this in defense and hope he attacks into me with his forest card. Nope, he didn't. Okay, that's still okay, because that means we're only taking 18-20, rather than the 37. That doesn't help. That does literally nothing in this matchup. I think we're just dead no matter how he attacks her. Yeah. We tried. Gate Guardian stat DM. Kinda crazy. Kinda crazy. But it's fine. We'll get him on the salty run back. That's how we always do. If at first we don't succeed, we just salty run back again and again. That was at the pier. Right, now we have to do the yappy bit again. Harpy loading. Harpy, go! Nice attack. How long can you hold out? There's too many of them. Everyone, one at a time, will walk up. Oh, you just stand there and watch. I'm gonna win. Oh, no you won't. Let's go, throw another flame swordsman at him. But we have a dream. We have a dream this time. So, depending on what he's got. Last time he opened with a dream? No, he's played a... Okay, so we need fire to beat that. We don't have fire. This will beat it, though. It now just comes down to what's the other card he's going to play. Oh, is Invisible Wire only 2,000? Oh no, that's not ideal. Okay. We need fire. We don't have fire. Things are looking a bit dire for us right now. Back into darkness. That just kills my guy. I'm glad that's gone, I guess. That's also not helpful. This is the issue, is my deck's got so much chaff in it because it's low points. So sometimes we're going to get games like this where we just don't draw anything. 1950. Right, we can still pull this back. We just need to open very... That is really good. There's no reason... Right. I should do this first. Attack into this. That way it gets rid of a trap if we need it to. Then we discard Flare Knight. Gets me a free Mirage Knight. Which gets to clear that out. Then we pass, and he splits into Dark Magician and Flame Swordsman. And Dark Magician gets a field power bonus. Okay, now we just need him to not have, like, some crazy trap card. Okay. I will just swing with these. I wanted to attack, so I could have tributed there, but I wanted to attack because there was a chance that he had a trap card, like a widespread, and I wanted him to hit the wimp rather than the two stronger ones. Okay, that's fine. Alright, we'll summon this. We'll use the effect, because boosting attack is always really good. That's a darkness as well, so Dream will absolutely just rinse it. And then that should... Okay, perfect. Alright, we got the salty run back. That's how we do. Goal of Demise was attained. It's level 5, so it is garbage. What? I lost? The Great Arcana lost? Yeah, this is simply cannot be. This must be a mistake. Yeah. See you, buddy. Are they all gonna walk off one at a time? Why have they made it like this?
You came here to save me.
Yes.
Thanks, I couldn't have done it without you. So what exactly brings you out here? Do you want to see me about something? What? Those creeps. The Neo-Ghouls are destroying the city. I won't let those cheaters get away with it. Alright, I'll help. We'll show them what a real duelist is all about.
Here you go, Mai. Is that everyone? Okay, we should get back to the town of Domino. Okay, that does appear to be everyone. Whoa. Alright.
Big brother, we can go too, right?
No, I have a bad feeling about this.
But the Neo-Ghouls, they're almost gone.
Let's wait until Tomato and his friends come back.
You never let us do anything.
I'm only trying to keep you safe.
I'm old enough to take care of myself. I mean, I need both my hands to count my age. Come on, don't fight.
If that's what you want to do, fine. But you're going to have to look after everyone.
Okay, big brother, I will. Let's go, you guys. Yay!
Right, well, there's the Robo Brothers. My brothers can be so frustrating. Oh, you're back. Most of the Neo-Ghouls have been routed from the town, Domino, but there are others still lurking around. Can you find and defeat them? Yes. Okay, thanks. They should still be in Clock Tower Square. Okay, so you want me to just beat the last couple guys here, I guess. We can do that. That's fine. Whoa. Well, this is Clock Tower Square.
You want to know where the Neo-Ghouls are hiding the town of Domino? What makes you think I would know, you foolish flea?
Well, we can't go that way.
There are Neo-Ghouls hiding in the town of Domino. I didn't know that. The Neo-Ghouls are hiding out in the town of Domino. I thought they were heading towards Kyber Court.
There are Neo-Ghouls still hiding in the town of Domino? That may explain some things. There's something mysterious going on at Kyber Court.
Nothing going on up here. Right, I guess we're just going to Kyber Court.
Coo, fresh new prey to hunt.
There he is. It's him, Tomato.
He must be one of the remaining Neo-Ghouls. He's who Esperoba was talking about. I can't believe we couldn't find him till now.
Let's go.
Yeah, do it, Kyberman. Bash the Big Bad 5.
Thanks, everyone. Prepare for final justice, Big Bad 5. Prepare to feel Kyberman's ultimate finisher. Final card flash. Gah, we're done for. Justice just rules. I am victorious in victory.
That's the weirdest catchphrase I've ever heard, but I guess it's cool. Kyberman! Look at that guy! Cool, Kyberman, is it? You claim to be powerful, but are you really?
Yes, of course. Justice just rules.
Then let's put your theory to the test. Oh my gosh, it's a mystery opponent!
Exodia, obliterate! Gah!
Oh no, Kyberman! This scrub isn't worth recruiting into the Neo-Ghouls.
What impeccable strategy.
After crunching the numbers, I've calculated that there's no one more powerful than the Neo-Ghoul Duelist.
I judge that to be accurate.
My gut instincts were right about him.
You're exactly who we've been waiting for. Who are you?
Pardon our rudeness. We are the Big Five, and we seek a new leader.
Are you guys turning on us again?
You were never the one who betrayed us in the first place by firing us.
Turnaround is fair play.
Those traitors!
Fine, I'll let you work for me. First, round up those kids. I have business with their brother. Let's just say he didn't treat my minions with the respect they deserve.
Right away, leader.
I don't think so, huh?
Leave my brothers alone. It's you again.
Beep, 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 beep.
My psychic powers led me here. Huh, whatever you say, freak. Big Five, get him. We'll help you. Come on, Tomato.
Is Esperoba just gonna take on the entire Big Five on his own?
Unlike last time, I'm taking off the kitty gloves.
If I actually lose to Exodia again... I mean, we lost to Exodia last time, right? When we played Sacred Cards. Oops, Skelengul. It sounds like he discarded a card. Skelengul loses to Dark. So I can do this. We can do this. We can do this. And we should be able to get out Kairyushin next turn. Oh, but maybe we don't want to. That is annoying. Okay. We'll pass on this. This should be fine. That's very funny that he did change that to attack position. His AI is very bad. Right, Tribute. Summon up Kairyushin. Take back my field power. Swing him with this. And pass. Alright, so far so good. Skelengul's going to draw another card. Don't you draw Exodia, I swear to god. He discarded again because he had too many cards in hand. I can't fight it with Fiend because it will get obliterated. Alright, come on. We can do this. We just need to keep on the pressure. Don't summon Exodia. Alright. We're going to go back into darkness. That just kills this guy outright. Dewan! Twin long rods! Kairyushin! Easy. Deck capacity increased by 3. Stone Statue of the Aztecs. 319! I can't even use that yet! Come on, Jinzo! Cyber, Energy, Shock! Whoa! Not again! Please wait.
I knew I couldn't trust them. Big brother, I was scared, Espa. I'm sorry, big brother. I didn't think you would come. I knew I should have believed in you.
Don't worry about it. I didn't know if I'd get here in time either.
Big brother, we don't need Kaibaman. You're our hero, Espa.
A poor Kaibaman, just catching strays.
Heh, maybe we should make Esperoba the hero of the show. Speaking of brothers, I wonder if Seto's okay.
That takes care of the Neo-Ghouls. EPP. Ishizu is at the Egypt expedition. That's what my connection with the cosmic waves is telling me. Hurry, you've got to help Ishizu. I'm gonna do my best. What about you, Rex? You got anything to say?
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. The Neoghouls are no match for me. Looks like they're all just gonna say a bunch of nothing. We never actually spoke to Mako, actually. Gahaha! I've hauled in a school of Neoghouls. Leave the dueling to me. Gonna assume there's not much going on down there. Yeah. Alright, we'll get our life points back. Then we'll go and head over to see if we can rescue Ishizu, I suppose. Hello everyone. Right, I can't duel these guys, so I guess I have to take the train? The Neoghouls at the turnstiles have left, but unfortunately there are still more on the train. If you board the train, please be careful. Well, I mean, what else am I going to do?
The Neoghouls robbed me of all my rare cards. I can't duel anymore.
Oh, poor guy. Anyway.
Well, what is happening? The Neoghouls have commandeered the train.
Hello.
I won't let you reach Master Keith easily.
Let's go. Hello, Ultra Gamer. Welcome, welcome on in. What am I doing with this, though? Let's defense mode wings and see what he does. Tama? Okay, I'm happy to see that. Dark King, that's dark, so I need light to beat that. I don't have light. That's not ideal, being honest. No spells and traps is a little bit awkward here. Okay. How big is that's wind? So it loses to forest. We don't have any of that. Ah! Honey, honey, defense mode passed. RESHEF is one of the games I haven't played in a long time. Yeah, I played this game one time before. So this is my second time ever playing it. It's a cool one. I've been enjoying it. Ouch. Unfortunately, we get hands like this where I don't think we stood a chance. A trap card this late is probably not going to turn things around. We can go Dream. Swing into that. Then we can use that. And hope that's enough, but I don't think it's going to be. Down to 3160. Yeah, I think we're just cooked here. We need ideas. Evil ideas. Raise his hand. Yes, you there. What's your idea? Hear me out. We ride the train. I mean, there's nothing wrong with riding the train. Yeah, we're done here. Alright. That's fine. We'll get him next time. We'll get him next time. I mean, the Sacred Cards is very good. Sacred Cards is... It's fun. But it's very much... You can just kind of walk through the entire game. Like... That game has, like, no challenge in it at all. Like, I think it's very rare to lose a game in that. In fact, I think the only game I lost playing Sacred Cards was when our opponent exodied us. Outside of that, I don't think we've lost. We just use Baby Dragon, it's right there. Right, Hinotama immediately. Again, that's fine. 100 life. Right, that's wind, so it loses to forest. We do not have forest, but we do have lots of other cards. So we'll do this, and then probably going to use you. We do automatically lose to wind, but it's not going to connect with us anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, that's light. It loses to dark. Oh, perfect. Right, we'll tribute. Nope. Karyushin. I'm going to use Karyushin's effect, because hopefully just getting rid of this field will make things easier for us here. Okay, okay. Things are looking okay for us here. Let's see what we can do. I have Darkness, so I can attack over that, but it's only got 200 anyway, so I can attack over it regardless. So I don't really want to waste that. Let's do this. Right, it was a bear trap. Getting rid of the bear trap is worth it. We'll swing over this, because we don't know what it is. And then we'll pass. Okay. That's fine. We have a trippy trap.
Is it even worth summoning this? I mean, I guess. We attack over that because it's got such a low defense value anyway. As long as he isn't something really big, which, without the field power bonus, I don't think he has anything that's going to be big enough to get over the bear trap, so that's really good. And then he's dead. Your deck capacity increased by 1, 300 dominoes, beast fangs. Okay, so I assume this is going to be a gauntlet. It's been a long time since I've done this. Please forgive me. The train is moving. The Neo-Ghouls must have taken over the controls. But as the conductor, it's my job to perform my duties. Our next and only stop is the Egypt exhibition. That's right, you hang out in that booth. We'll deal with this. Fool! There is nowhere to escape on this train. My turn. We got set 1. 1500 Fiend. I can actually beat that. Right, so we're going to summon this. We'll give it an attack. We've got the bear trap out of them. That's already not bad. Then I'm going to discard this. Which gives me this. Oh, I can't actually beat that with this. That's actually kind of annoying. So then we'll set this and pass. Because I'm a Dream, I can't beat Fiend. So I have to split. Dark Energy powers up a monster. Both defense. Okay, that's very good for us. We'll summon this. I think I'm not going to use either of these yet. Because this needs to stay on top of my graveyard, which is kind of annoying. So we're going to do this. Then we're going to do this. Oh, it's Uranzo? Is that what it's called? It's a cool card. I really like the whole, like, mimic. Red medicine. Okay, that's fine. Bear trap. And then we just win. If he doesn't set you back row. Dark Magician! GG's. Komori Dragon. I mean, it's cool, but 183 points is a little bit steep. But, this can't be! You gonna play the piano for us? You must be pretty good to get this far, but I'm warning you, I'm much tougher than the other guys. Right, we'll see. I mean, to be fair, the first guy beat me, so... We will defend with this, and we'll set this, and that sets us up for a tribute summon next turn. Ancient Elf. That would have been like 2000 attack, I think. Right, tribute. I immediately just want this field gone. Okay, that's good. That's also good. Another Ancient Elf. Okay, so he's just playing an Ancient Elf deck. Right, we should just win next turn. Ooh, what's he got? Okay, we're fine. I was a little bit worried they might have like a torrential tribute or something. Bright Castle. Man, it's neat. How dare you! We have arrived. Last stop, the Egypt exhibition. I hope that's the gauntlet done. I don't have to do that again. Hello, King John. Welcome, welcome. It's not Kaiba. The Egypt exhibition is overflowing with Neo-Ghouls. Thank you, not Kaiba. Oh, do I have to do all of these guys to get through? You're not taking another step. Oh, I'll show you. Hard to believe, I think the last time I was here during one of the streams, I was explaining number card mechanics. When was the last time? That would have been, I mean, you were here on Wednesday, right? If I recall correctly. We'll just set all the traps, like, he's not going to have anything. Red medicine, okay. I was really worried that he just dropped like a heavy storm then. Invisible wire takes care of his Tauhu. Right.
Gonna tribute. Kairyu-Shin. Use Kairyu-Shin effect. Water. Set bear trap. Pass. I meant for RESHEF of destruction. Yes? I mean, last time we did a RESHEF stream was last Sunday. I don't think we did one before that. Ah, that was a fire card. We could have got in for a free 23 there. I was here on Wednesday, but I ended up leaving. Oh! Pardon me. Had a big sneeze. Before Yuma versus Kite Duel. Let's see. It was a fire card. We'll take the freebie. Ooh, victory. The duel as well, Yuma versus Kite, was really good. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I loved it. I'm trying to think if there was like anything negative about it. Obviously, where Kite is like, I want to give up or whatever, that was kind of lame. I get it, but there's also like, I never like it when duels have like weird asterisks on them. I kind of just want like two people to go at it and be their strongest selves. But I think that's very much a me problem. To defense mode. Right, Bean Soldier's gone. Lushermantu's gone. Perfect. Have you played the DS games? I have played... Is it Nightmare Troubadour? I want to say was one of the DS ones. I've played Spirit Cooler. I think that's it for the DS. Personally, for what I know, I find it kind of disappointing. I know it had no major stakes or anything, but... Oh, he's got an electric. That's not good. That actually beats electric. But now he's going to run in... I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, I think we have to just pass. We might lose this one. You haven't played the 5Ds games? I have not played the 5Ds games. Ooh, him being an electric deck makes this very difficult for me. And it was another bear trap. Oh no. This might be the end. Without spoiling anything, all I can say is I didn't expect Yuma and Kite to duel again against each other. I mean, it's always fun to have those sort of duels, right? Especially towards the end of a series where everyone's got all their, like, finished updates. 5D's games were good. I've just never played them. I got nothing, like, against them. It's just never played them. Right, I need to get rid of that. That's very important. I don't have a lot of life points left, but I'm going to YOLO this anyway, because if that's going to be in attack mode, there's no reason not to attack with this. Ooh, we're low on life. I think I'm just going to pass. I could set that, but then he's going to attack it with a non... with an electric, which would make it very annoying for me. Chances are that's electric. I'm going to pass again. Okay, so that's not an electric. What do I do with that? There's not a lot I can do with that. I think I'm going to pass again. Because he's stunned. He's tributed. And he's gone defensive. He's probably tributed from an electric. Alright. We'll get in for 7. Because this is actually a decent attack stat. And now we can put a clock on the game. Because no matter what he summons, he'll walk into the trap hole. Yeah, there goes Mega Thunderball. We get him for 7. Get him for 350. Go! Wicked Wings of Flame! Excellent. 2011 Over the Nexus is my all-time favourite. What is that? I don't recognise that name. Can I just, like... Do I have to do that guy? I don't think I have to, right? I could just skip him.
I summon Blue Eyes White Dragon! White Lightning! What's with these Neo-Ghoul scrubs? There's no end to them. Am I here to rescue a Shizu? Heh, that's your business, not mine. I'm only here because I need to resurrect Obelisk the Tormentor. I don't know what kind of trick you pulled, but no one had the right to turn my card into stone. It's clear it's a Shizu somehow involved, and I want to find out how.
Legitimately, Kite, from this point, steps down from being a proper rival and becomes more of a standoffish friend. Ah, okay. I mean, that's still fine, right? Standoffish friends are still fine. I mean, that's kind of what Shark's been this whole time. The last 5D's game on the DS. Ah, that's what it's called, is it? I'll probably get around to playing it at some point. I don't know when, though.
You Neo-Ghouls haven't had enough yet?
Welcome back from the edges. It's the last 5D game on the DS, I see. I mean, at least of his rival duel, he at least came out the winner. I mean, yeah.
Fine, I'll crush you until you beg me for mercy. What are you losers still doing here? Go and find your precious Shizu.
Thanks, Kaiba.
It's Keith! Coo. What took you so long? You've kept us waiting. But that gave me the time to talk to this woman.
Then you should understand what I'm asking. We need your help to defeat the Dark Being.
Idiot! All I care about is defeating Pegasus! I don't give half a brain about the Dark Being or anyone else. Saving the world is not my problem. Hurry up and resurrect my winged dragon of Ra. Coo. Come on, I'm done talking. Hand over the Millennium items.
Oh.
If you don't, well, you don't want to know what I'll do to this woman. Hurry up! Hand over the Millennium items.
No. If you... Wait, I have to hand them over? Okay, here you go.
All the Millennium items are gathered here. You found 6 Millennium items. The Millennium Necklace, the Millennium Key, the Millennium Ring, the Millennium Eye, the Millennium Rod, the Millennium Scale. Coo. I can't thank you enough. You've collected the Millennium items just for me.
What do you mean?
Heh, don't underestimate the Neo-Ghoul spies. I knew you were gathering the Millennium items from the very start. I let you find them, so that you would resurrect the Egyptian god cards for me. While you were looking for them, I found the last Millennium item. Yup, the Millennium Puzzle belongs to me!
Uh-oh. Now I think about it, still doesn't have Blue Eyes Opera Dragon at this point. By this logic, shouldn't that be able to take out 3 times the Neo-Ghouls, because it can attack 3 times? Well, it can't attack 3 times, right? Not, I don't think in the anime it could attack 3 times. I'm pretty sure it couldn't. The Millennium Chaos Emerald will turn together. He's about to go Super Merrick. But he's not Merrick. He's Keith.
I finally have it. The Egyptian god card, the winged dragon of Ra, is mine. And my first victim will be you.
Let's go, Keith. You and me. That loses to Forest. I don't have Forest, so... Defense mode. Do this. Do this. And we'll do this. This is just straight up Keith? Yes! This is after Marik's already been defeated. He no longer has the Millennium Rod. He can't mind control anyone. This is just Keith. His appearance looks like when he was possessed by Marik. Yeah. I understand why you'd think that. It would make sense, right? But alright, let's go Hourglass effect. Boost up everyone's attack. Right, invisible wire. At least invisible wire's gone, I suppose.
He's got nothing he can play. Go, Hourglass. I mean, I'm not in a much better spot. I've got good trap cards, that's about it. Why do I have nothing but traps? Go, Hourglass. Slowly beat him to death. Now I think about it, the volume god cards did have a sort of number, like, aura to them. Being they some sort of possessed by the weird, is it a weird way? I don't think that's true. Like, it's a theory, right? You're obviously, you know, you're entitled to your opinion. You can have whatever theories you want. I don't subscribe to that just because the Egyptian gods have this, like, other kind of thing about them, right? Their whole gimmick is that they can only be wielded by specific people. And I think I kind of like that. Like, being their thing. I don't need to set that right now. Right, we'll get him with Hourglass. Get him with Dawn. And pass. Kind of dumb. I don't think it's dumb. I think, again, you can have whatever theories you want, right? That's the whole... It's fun to have theories, right? Never going to call a theory dumb. Unless, like, you just ignore, like, really obvious stuff that's, like, clearly stated, I guess. But even then, I think you can still have a theory that people were just lying. By the way, the number rules going into Zexor 2 are legitimately going to be thrown out the window. Okay. Well, I assume most people are just going to have numbers. So. Because I know Sharks. I don't know if he has an alter ego or something. Go, Slifer. You can use Slifer the Sky Dragon again. What? How could this happen? The Egyptian God card refused to let me use its power? That's it. I'm done playing fair. I'm the one with the hostage. Hand over your Egyptian God card. What's happening?
It's been a long time, partner.
My other self. I thought I'd never see you again.
Never forget that no matter what, we're always together.
Right.
Okay, partner. Let's get the Egyptian God card back. You'll pay for how you treated my partner, Bandit Keith.
Huh? What are you talking about? Just fork over your Egyptian God card.
No.
So you don't care what happens to this woman?
Tomato, it's clear you are a true duelist. The Egyptian God card shows who controls them. And you haven't earned the privilege.
It felt like he was talking to me there.
What's this?
It's Ra's judgment, actually. It's more than that. Fear the wrath for angering the Egyptian gods.
Gah!
Ra's judgment. Even though he brought it upon himself, I cannot help to feel sad for the horrible punishment he received. Tomato, take control of the Egyptian gods. You have earned the right.
I know exactly how hard Tomato has worked to get this far. Tomato is worthy of having the Egyptian god cards.
Heh, I hate to admit it, but I gotta agree. Tomato, you're an awesome duelist.
Thanks, guys. Everyone's so nice to me. Literally made a foil for the numbers rule and a way to counter it. CXYZ. If you're wondering, it stands for chaos. Yeah, I know the chaos ones, right? They're literally excessive monsters powered up with chaos energy that aren't numbers. And as we know, chaos energy can prevent the numbers rule from working by negating that effect. I see.
Way to go, Tomato.
Received the Winged Dragon of Ra Sphere Mode. Oh, yeah.
Please wait. I sense something.
It just sounds like burping.
I feel the dark being summoning a vile spirit. No, the spirit is flooding into the hearts of the defeated duelists. RESHEF's will is taking control of their souls.
What's happening? RESHEF the Dark Being has him under control. Dueling Bandit Keith now is too dangerous.
You! Give it to me!
What are you doing, Bandit Keith?
Wah! But my other self, the Millennium Puzzle. My friend, I'll save you. Foo foo foo, this is amusing. These puzzle pieces make a fine souvenir. If you want them, come to my Master Przewalski's castle. Pwahaha!
It's so extra to backflip up a flight of stairs.
This can't be happening. The puzzle pieces. What's going to happen to him?
Snap out of it!
You're right. I don't have the time to feel sorry for myself. Wait for me, my friend.
I'm sorry about this. Let's exit. Alright.
It's Koiba. Big brother! Most of the Neo-Ghouls have left the town of Domino.
Good.
I protected Kyber Corp, just like you told me. So you don't have to worry about a thing.
Good work, Mokuba.
Thanks. You know, I'll do anything for you. So, anything new with your Egyptian god card?
Somehow, it's back to normal. I don't know what they did, but...
Sato!
How dare you! What's the meaning of this? Seto Kaiba, I have a message from Master Przewalski. Come to my castle. If you want to save your dear brother, you have no choice but to come to my castle. You worm.
Younger brother, you have fulfilled your mission. Master Przewalski will promote you to a higher position.
Elder brother, you have also done your job with most excellence. You punks, how dare you mock me?
Foo 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 foo.
Foo 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 foo.
Master Przewalski demands your presence, Kaiba.
Come to Master Przewalski's castle.
The castle that you
know so well, foo foo foo.
Better excuses for one-off episodes? God damn it. Hello, Ballasparkle. Lamau then now backflipping into kidnapping Mokuba. I mean, what else would you do? How else could you upstage Kaiba, right? Other than backflipping, stealing his brother, and backflipping away.
Mokuba!
Why is Mokuba always getting kidnapped? Because it's easy. Regular Mokuba kidnapping isn't impressive anymore. I mean, you're not wrong. Let us help. Tomato is right, Kaiba. Now is the time for teamwork. The Dark Being must be sealed again.
Quiet, you! I'm never going to cooperate with you. I'll crush Pegasus on my own, and get Mokuba back. How many times do I have to say that I don't have time for your so-called ancient magic?
We're left with no choice. We must also go to Sol Przewalski's. We must also go to Pegasus's castle. But who knows where the castle is? You have proven yourselves to the Millennium items. Trace the flow of time and accept your destiny. One man knows where you must go. You must seek out Paradox. Paradox awaits you in China. He will show you the way. Who's Paradox? I know Paradox from, like, the Bonds Beyond Time movie. But I don't think he's in this. The Millennium Guard comes from the order that protects the Millennium items. I sense that he was telling the truth. Tomato, you must go to China as soon as possible. I'm worried about Mokuba and Kaiba. We'd better find Pegasus's castle quickly. Yugi's right. If this parachute guy can help us, we better find him quick. That's Paradox, Joey, not parachute. Tomato, let's go. We're off to China. Off to China. But first, I'm gonna go and get my life points back. Wasn't he against everyone? Why the hell would he be helping us? Who even knows? And wasn't this released far beyond Beyond Spill Time? Yeah, this was released before GX. Let alone 5Ds. This is also a game, by the way, where, I don't know if you were here for the start, but you don't keep your life points between duels. You have to go and reset them back at the computer. So if there's a gauntlet of duels, you just have to go with whatever life points you were on. China. I am Paradox. I am the sage of all duelists. I have heard many things about you. However, there's something different about you. You're not who I expected. Enough with the weird introductions. Let's cut to the chase. Where's Pegasus? Why do you want to know? We have to stop the Dark Being at all costs. RESHEF, the Dark Being. If the 3 Egyptian god cards regained their power, it may be possible to thwart RESHEF's grand design. Yeah, so tell us where he's at. Patience, young one. Patience. Tomato, the winged dragon of Ra that you hold. That card will not help you at Pegasus's castle. The winged dragon of Ra has not yet awoken. That's right. It's in sphere mode, right? You must restore Ra's power. There must be someone who knows how to make it. Yeah? We're gonna... We're gonna... Do I have, like, a place to go? I know you go talk to Marek at some point, but... Talk to a Shizu. She usually knows what's up. Did you meet Paradox? Well... I see. Only 2 men have deciphered the ancient hieroglyphics needed to awaken Ra. The first is Kaiba, but he went after Mokuba. Then we just have to meet the other guy. The other is my brother, Marek. Ah, that makes sense. The winged dragon of Ra belonged to Marek. Marek is living a new life in Egypt. Please see him there. Okay, off to Egypt. Is this Duel Links? This is not Duel Links. This is Duel Links if Duel Links was way more based. We're going to Egypt. But hello, Shelmy. Welcome, welcome. I know this dude. He's from Forbidden Memories. Yeah, he's in a bunch of the old games. He's Simon McMurran, I think is usually his name. They always use that guy in their games, Lamau. We need it in Duel Links. Imagine if we got Simon in Duel Links. That would be so good.
Ah, it has been too long. Greetings, Pharaoh. Welcome, powerful duelists.
Heh, powerful duelist, huh? I love hearing that every time. Odeon, how are ya?
I am well, as you can see.
Hahaha, yeah, you're looking good.
My friends, what brings you here?
We're here to see Marek. We have to talk to him.
It is most unfortunate, but I cannot permit you to see him.
That isn't the answer we're looking for. Tomato, that's not cool, right?
Let's decide in a duel.
Yeah, that simplifies things.
I see that you are unwilling to leave. I guess it cannot be helped. I, Odeon, will not allow you to disturb Master Marek. Let's duel.
Baby Dragon, let's go. What would Simon's ace be? That is an excellent question. I have no idea. We will set this. I guess we'll just go with the Hourglass Pass. In fact, the villagers do, but it'd be cool if we got to see Meadow Mage. I mean, Meadow Mage is just one of the, like, nameless mages. Like, he's not exactly... Bruh. And then he Monster Reborn my guy back, and then walks into Invisible Wire. That's kind of funny. I mean, I could beat that, so, like, this is fine, because we have this in hand. But... I activate the effect of Dark Flare Knight. Come forth, Mirage Knight. And then we'll get in with Dwan. And then we'll pass. He's a lifesaver and play for him. Yeah, he sends you forward in time, right? If I remember correctly.
Gravedigger's Ghoul. Now the graveyard is banished. That it? What has he played that he can't beat this? Okay, that's why. That makes sense. Go, Wings of Wicked Flame. Go, Flame Swordsman. And go, Dark Magician. And then we pass. And not just that, we actually duel against him during the Meadow Shrine. He gives some of the best cards in the game. I've played that game a long time ago. I haven't played through Memories, probably in like, something like 12 years. Something like that. But I remember I really liked that game. Gah, what strength and determination. Why do you need to speak with Master Marek so urgently?
Let them enter, Odeon.
But, Master Marek, are you certain?
Of course, I don't mind.
Please, forgive my rudeness. Please, enter.
For the normal strategy of spamming Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, he drops a lot of dragons and thunders. I mean, that's good. It's one of those things, when I played that game as a kid, I worked out the Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon naturally. And then when I watched, like, speedruns as an adult, it was like, yeah, by the way, this is, like, the best strategy. And I was like, kid me knew what he was doing. Father, Mother, and all those people I harmed, I hope that the sun shines upon your spirits. Hello, it has been a long time.
Master Marek, forgive us for disturbing your ritual.
It does not matter. They are always welcome. Even my departed father would have welcomed them.
Marek, we need your help. We have to awaken Tamado's the Winged Dragon of Ra.
Tell me more. So, that explains why my sister left in a hurry. It makes sense now. I understand what you seek. Great, then how about getting on it right away? I will not awaken Ra so easily. What? I believe you know why. Ra is the most powerful of the Egyptian god cards. You felt its mystical strength firsthand.
Flashback! In my GBA game.
What's this?
It's Ra's judgment. Actually, it's more than that. Feel the wrath of angering the Egyptian god.
If you remember correctly, you need to fuse a dragon, a thunder, and then another thunder to make Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. Yeah, but it was based on how strong the dragon was. I think it was, if your dragon had 16, or it might have been more than 16, then it would just instantly go into a Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. If you fail to defeat me in a duel, then you are unfit to bear the Winged Dragon of Ra. Alright, it is time to duel. Let's go, baby dragon! It's been so long since I played without, like, a field spell in the field. Revival Gem. Swords of Revealing Light. That's... It's annoying. I guess we are just gonna do this. Then we might have to wipe the board in a sec. Death Vault Scalp. He just gets to pop a guy? That's so annoying. I can't deal with Death Vault Scalp right now, so we might have to wipe the board. This will deal with Death Vault Scalp, so that's fine for now. But I don't have a normal summon. Okay. Swords of Revealing Light is still in effect, so we're just going to try and put off wiping until we have to. Monster Reborn. Okay, I mean, that's fine. You can have my 300 guy. Okay. That is a spicy draw. Alright. Discard it. Come forth! Widespread ruin, brother. Okay, that is annoying, but I guess we just have to do this then. Wipes both players' hands and the field. He just drew a 1600 normal summon off the top. Bruh, I can't beat that. Okay, we are in a pretty dire situation here. something tells me we're not going to win this. That's so unhelpful. That is so unhelpful. Now I think about it, we should do 4-minute memories sometimes, and maybe us viewers could help provide star chip codes every now and again. I'm dead. 4 chip memories. Oh, is that the mod that makes it so you can have more... You get more star chips for each duel or whatever? Do I have to do this bit again as well? Oh, brother. Alright, that's annoying, but I guess it could be worse. Alright. God, having to duel both of these guys back to back kinda sucks. Wait, I don't have to duel him. We could skip it. There was a way to skip it the whole time. Plus the 10 card duel mod would actually be very helpful. Yeah, but I don't mind doing that sort of thing. Hello. We've already done all this yap. We can just skip the yap. I like playing the old Yu-Gi-Oh games. They're just very fun to me. So... I believe you know why. Rah. Rah, 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 rah. Ra's Judgment. Blah, 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 blah. Wing Dragon of Ra. Judgment attack. Gya ha ha. You probably won't be getting your hands on a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon unless you have Pocket Station on original hardware. I mean, I've played it before. I've finished Forbidden Memories in the past. So, I know what we're getting into there. Go, Karibo. That is a bunch of cards. And then he's using Swords of Revealing Light immediately again as well. Okay, this might be fine. It depends. Having 2 tribute monsters in the opening hand is usually not exactly a great thing. Okay, that's fine. Invisible Wire hits that one. Okay, so that is probably the best we were going to get. Use the effect to turn the field into Umi. Having a trap here is really nice as well, because he would only attack this with something that could beat it. Regeki! Marek, bro, what are we doing here? You should play Tag Force Evo PS2 game on the stream. That was a good game. I've played through that game one time. I had Zane as my tag partner. It's an alright game. It's a bit grindy. Like, I suppose this game is also very grindy, so... Still can't attack yet. Right, let me undo that. It's annoying like that, apparently. Right, we'll tribute that. We'll just summon this out, and then we'll pass. Merrick is legitimately playing Forbidden Memories deck, as Widespread Ruin is legitimately a signature trap in the game. I mean, like, still in effect? Or did he play another one? Just let me attack! We'll just defend this. We'll pass. Visor Death is going to reduce my attack, which is annoying, but fine. Infinite Dismissal is going to hit Cyber Attack Alligator, which is good. Swords of Revealing Light is still in effect because he played another one because he's a jerk. Oh. I thought I had another one of these in hand. I did not. That's fine. We'll pay 1,000 to just boost his attack back up. Increases life points again. Attacks over that, which is fine. He just played a 3rd Swords of Revealing Light. Bro just wants to go 9 turns without me attacking. Bruh. I didn't want to play the game anyway. Yeah, that's why Swords of Revealing Light is not in Rush. I mean, it doesn't really make sense in Rush, because, I mean, you'd either have to keep track of it, or you'd have to have it as a face-up spell card, which don't exist. Like, because Continuous don't, and Swords of Revealing Light is a weird one where it's a continuous spell that's not a continuous spell, right? So there's been this weird grey area. Harpy's Feather Duster! Brother, please! Alright, there is no Swords of Revealing Light anymore. Swords of Revealing Light has ended. That's Wind. Wind loses to Forest? So I think I can do this. It was Widespread Ruin. That's good because it got rid of it. And we'll just attack over this. He has 12,000 life points! Death's Scalp will weaken my attack. Why do it just kills it? It's the other one! Why are you so strong, Marek? Water dies to electric. That dies to wind. I don't have either of those. I think we just die again. Oh my god. Why is he so strong? I think we're just dead. No, we're not. We're alive, but like, we need like... That is not going to do it. We are still dead. There is one way that we could live, which is not that. I didn't have enough life points to use it. Yeah, there was no way. There was no way we were winning that one. Right, we go again. We just go again. Unfortunately, it now means we have to mash through this again. The downside is I could do a quick save, but because of the way that quick saves work in this, the duels aren't seeded, or they're seeded ahead of time. So even if I quick save, all I could do is change the decisions I made. So it's not like I could just redo the duel at the start. Expect to fight the Shadow variant. Baby Dragon's like ace is going to work anymore. By the way, what happened to the Meteor Black Dragon we had as our ace? We had a Meteor Black Dragon in Sacred Cards, I think. I don't think we had one in this one. But yeah, we never used it because it's just not very good, fortunately. There's no speed up as well, so we just have to mash A through this, or mash X through this. Our ace now is Mirage Knight, I guess. Although, I think when we finish this duel, we'll get Ra, and if we can get Phoenix Mode Ra, I think that will become our new ace. It's technically the first gym of this that I've been in. Yeah. Because we only started this last week. So much unskippable yap. I love it. It's like you can't use like super crap cards. Like, does it matter? Like, I can use Karibo apparently, but I can't use that. Alright, let's go. We'll set this, even though this might be a waste. But if we do draw a Kairyu Shin, Soul of the Pure, gains 2,000 life points. Regecking just that is really fine. Monster Reborn to take back my guy. Normal summons. Right, we reduced his guy down to 700 attack. That might not mean anything. Exactly 7. And he has a widespread. I think we have to just pass. Worm Drake. Newdoria. Zoni. Okay, we need to draw something really good here. We have not really opened a good hand yet, unfortunately. Now, with this killer's highest attack, that's the next question. Okay, it does. That's at least something. Alright, we'll go Hourglass Effect, just to try and keep me alive. We'll set this. I should be fine to keep my Hourglass at the very least. Right, yeah, Worm Drake deals with that. Now, that doesn't really help, being honest. start cutting down his monsters where we can. Oh, it just gets to do... It just has its regular effect. Oh, God. I might not be able to beat Marek without doing another grind session, you know? Holy, this is crazy. This will beat this. I need to draw something like just really big and strong. And for him not to just have like the perfect out. That's fine. Visor Disc is fine. That's not big or strong. I need Wind to beat that as well. I guess we just have to attack over this, because if he gets out like a Disvolt Scalp, then he can't kill me on that turn. And there's lethal. Right. We're going to have another crack at him. We've probably got about time for 2 more goes at him. And if he beats us twice, but that's just going to be the end of the stream. Which is a shame, because obviously we don't want to lose on a loss, but it is what it is. It just means this might just be another point where we have to get, like, another grind session. I don't know what we're going to want to put in the deck, because I feel like our current deck can win. It's just we have to get lucky, which is always a bit of an awkward one. Actually, I have a question that's not Yu-Gi-Oh related. What is your favorite Plants vs. Zombie plant, if you have one? I haven't played a ton of Plants vs. Zombies. I played it like 1 time. I mean, I like sunflowers, because they're eco. I like eco in that sort of game. Parcel to the Pea Shooter family, but Shadow Pea Shooter is always my personal favorite. I see, I see. Is that the one that shoots like 3 different directions? I know, like I said, I'm not a big Plants vs. Zombie guy. I played it like when it first came out, but I only played like once or twice. I wish this was skippable. That's the one thing I really wish we could do. Just skip the dialogue. Gah! You're right. Alright. Let's go again. What card do we want to give Marek next? How about a Karibo Marek? You like Karibo? We have a lot of strong cards in this hand, but is it going to be enough? That is the question. Right. Let's pass with this. Let's see what he does. Alright, Darkfire Soldiers. That's a 1700 guy. He's using Pot of Greed to draw 2. And he passes. Alright, we're going to swing immediately. No good trap card to stop us. Okay. The downside is, if we... I mean, regardless of what we do, he could always just have a way to beat us, right? But I think we have to just try and get the damage in where we can. So we'll go for Dark Flare Knight. If he has a Raigeki, though, we're going to get hurt so badly from this. But I think we have to just try and bum rush him down. Mirage Knight effect split to 2. Classic Sun Producer and canonically a Pop Star. Well, that's very annoying. I need a Dream to beat that. I don't have a Dream. And he has Swords of Revealing Light on the field anyway. Jeez. I just did like my strongest combination and he's absolutely just dismantled it. Right, he tributed off Newdoria. That's probably beneficial to me. Right, so I need Fiend and I need Dream. Fiend and Dream. Right, this is Shadow. That doesn't help me. This is Fiend, which does help me. But I need him to attack into it with the right guy. Why do you just get to kill my guy? That's so crazy. You get to do it even on Tribute. And then Disvolt Scalp. Brother. Right, I can beat Disvolt Scalp. I can't attack yet, though. Right. I'm going to cheat here. We're going to cheat, depending on what he does here. No, I needed a dream. Okay, that's fine then. Cheating wouldn't have helped there. No, this is just not going to do it. We are dead. Right, we got time for one more attempt. One more attempt on Merrick. If we don't get it down, we don't get it down. We'll just have to do a little grind sesh. Plants vs. Zombies stream. Yeah, I don't really have any intention of doing that, to be honest. I mean, outside of the base game, we could do one of the many PC ports of PvZ. I mean, like, I don't have anything against Plants vs. Zombies. I think it's a fine game. It's just not something I would be interested in streaming personally. Like, the only games I've streamed on this channel are Yu-Gi-Oh! Games and Digimon. I did Digimon Story Time Stranger. I think that those are the only games we've done. I should probably head off. I'll see you for the Wednesday when we start Zexal 2. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. But thanks for stopping by, King John. Always a pleasure. Right, we're going to see if we can finish this one off. Hopefully we can end on a win. It would be really nice to end on a win, but that's not the way that things always happen. Man, he's playing 3 Swords of Light. He's playing Harpy's Feather Duster, Regeki, Monster Reborn. He's playing a 2,000 life point game, which is kind of whatever, to be honest. He's playing Widespread Ruin. His deck is just so much stronger than everyone else who played up to this point, which is kind of crazy. Let's see if he just takes all my Karibos. Swords of Light. And this hand is garbage as well, which is so bad, bro. I don't even know what we're supposed to do about this. See what he does. Revival Jam, that's fine. Can't do anything with that this turn. He had a water. Okay, so nothing would have changed there. That doesn't help. There's just nothing I can do. And what am I supposed to do with just 5 Wimp normal summons? I have no plays. I could custom build my deck as well. That's the other thing I could do. Destroying garbage does not help. I need lots of trap cards. I need effect monsters. 1600. I really needed him not to have a big beater as well. Okay. Something good? That's not helpful. Dream can beat the 16. So, I mean, let's defend with it and see what he does. No. Alright, we're going to reverse time slightly just to give me a slight edge. I don't think it's really going to matter in the grand scheme of things, but... off, we take 22. Right, if I can get like a big boss monster here, maybe. No, that's it. That is unfortunately going to be it. That was our last shot. So that is gonna do it from me for today. It's a bit of a shame. It is a bit of a shame it had to end on that, but it is what it is. So we are going to be wrapping things up there. We will be back again on Tuesday, where we'll be doing something, maybe another tier list. We might actually play some character duels. That's something that has been on the table for a while. We just haven't actually gotten around to it, so we'll probably do that. Watch Along will be back on Wednesday, and we'll be continuing on with this on Sunday. So, thank you guys for watching. Pleasure as always, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!